Alright, are we live? Are we live? Hopefully we are. Sorry about that. I restarted the computer. Hopefully that's better. The ball's 2 strikes. The Max Kepler. Here's the pitch. It's a foul ball. Are we live? Do we sound good? Do we look good? Let us know. Alright, good. Don't know why that happened, but it did. 3-0 Phillies. We're still in the top of the first. 0-2 pitch. There's a ground ball back up the middle for a base hit. And so Bohm's rounding third. He'll come on in to score. It's 4-0 Philadelphia. There we go. Wow. What an inning. What an inning. 4-0 on 4 hits, including a 2-run homer by Trey, a homer by Bryce, and an RBI single by Max Kepler. Audio sounds a little off. Hold up. Hold up. I know why. Alright, that's better, right? There you go. 1 ball, no strikes. 1 out, top of the first. The vertical should be working. I don't know what's going on with that. Pitch to JT. There's another ground ball, base hit out to right field. Stopping over at third base is Castellanos. And so, there we go. Bases loaded. Alright, one sec. Hold up. Scoreboard is up here. That's better. Box score. Okay. So the scoreboard is fine. The vertical, I don't know. I don't know what's going on with the vertical. For some reason, that ain't working. So we're just going to cut it today. We're just going to cut it. I don't understand why it's not working. One out, bases loaded, and the pitch is outside for a ball. Okay. We're just going to get rid of that. For some reason, it's not working. I think I'm done doing the vertical streams. I use it for people to cut highlights, but at this point, no one's really editing for me. So it doesn't really make any sense to even do them. So we're done. We're done with that. All right, 2 balls, no strikes. Brandon Marsh is up, but the base is loaded. And he's the 9th man to bat in this inning. 2-0 pitch. That's outside for ball 3. Bowden Francis is pitching and has not been good at all so far. Just 1 out. He's allowed 4 runs in this first inning. 3 balls, no strikes. 28 pitches, and the 3-0 is finally in there for a strike. Ramon De Jesus is the home plate umpire. Paul Clemens is over at first. Then you got Adrian Johnson over at second and Quinn Wolcott at third. Dallas, what's up, Dallas? 3 balls, 1 strike. Here's the pitch. It's a foul ball. Dallas says not 1 word of you, JJ. Stupid game. I'm not saying anything. It's not even over yet. There's still a lot of outs. We're just in the top of the first. 3 balls, 2 strikes. And the payoff pitch to Marsh, and that's in there for a called strike 3. So there's out number 2. Raymond, what's going on, man? How are you? Can't believe you rung him up like that. They did a good job there. Does it sound better? Does it look better? Let me know. The vertical stream, we're done with it. We're done with the vertical streams. I've had issues with it. I'm done with it. No one's really editing for me. That's why I had it in the first place. The pitch is in there for a strike. Just checking in with my Philly fans, JJ. What's going on, dude? No balls, 1 strike. Sorry about the technical difficulties. 0-1 pitch is a ground ball. It's a foul ball over towards the first base side. Phillies lead it 4-0 thanks to a 2-run homer by Trey, a solo homer by Bryce, and an RBI single by Max Kepler. They've batted around Bowden Francis. Looks wicked, JJ. JJ is all over the vertical. I'm done with it. I'm done. I can't stand it. 0-2. That's taken down for a ball. Weird. 1 ball, 2 strikes, and the 1-2 pitch to Stott. There's a line drive, base hit, back up the middle. This will bring home a couple of runs. Castellanos is going to score. Right behind him is Kepler. It's 6-0 Phils on a 2-run single by Bryson Stott. And Trey Turner's coming back up. Let's go. That's how you start off a ball game. What did Dallas say? 6 goals? Are you kidding me? My other channels have issues with the verticals too. Yeah. They're just annoying. They really are. Here's the pitch to Trey. It's taken down for a ball. Let's go, baby. Let's go. Charge! The 1-0 pitch to Trey. That's a splitter that's in there for a strike. 1. Dallas, shout out to you. I'm happy to see you on here. It's good to see you. Haven't seen you in a while. Last time Bowden Francis faced the Phillies, he gave up 6 hits in 6 innings, including 3 runs. 1-1, foul ball. That's how you come out of a slump. Vertical isn't as cool as people think. Well, I mean, like, I had it before because I figured that it was another good way to spread the word, like spread the stream, have people cut highlights for me. Pitch to Trey Turner, fly ball hit out towards deep center field. That's going to stay in the yard, and it'll be caught by Miles Straw for out number 3. But the damage is done. The Phillies do get 6 runs, including a 2-run shot by Trey Turner, a solo homer by Bryce Harper, an RBI single by Max Kepler, and a 2-run single by Bryson Stott. And we're going to the bottom of the first. I can confirm the Blue Jays aren't playing well. Dad is cursing in the other room. Ugh. I can confirm. Ugh. Hey, we've been there before. Speaking of the Blue Jays, let's get into their lineup right now. They got Bichette batting in the leadoff spot. Then it'll be Vladimir Guerrero Jr., George Springer, Alejandro Kirk, Addison Barger, Ernie Clement, and then it'll be Davis Schneider, Miles Straw, and Andres Jimenez. So again, it's Bichette, Guerrero Jr., Springer, Kirk, Barger, Clement, Schneider, Straw, and Jimenez. And they will be facing Christopher Sanchez, who has had a very good year so far. We'll get you more of his stats in just a few moments. Don't forget to like, don't forget to subscribe, and hit the bell icons too, folks. And that way you will know when we go live for every single Phillies, Sixers, and Eagles game. That's what we do on this channel. We cover the Philadelphia sports. We'll try to do some Flyers games too next year. That'll be awesome. So Sanchez on the hill for the Phillies. 4-1 he is with a 3.32 ERA, 70 strikeouts as well. In his last outing, he went 5 2/3, gave up 2 earned runs, and that was against the Braves. Did allow 7 hits, only had 5 strikeouts. He's looking to... It wasn't the worst outing, but it wasn't the best outing from Christopher Sanchez, and he's going to look to bounce back after that outing and the outing against the Athletics as well. So we'll see how he does tonight against the Toronto Blue Jays. Like and subscribe, baseball fans. Let's go. Let's get to 6K, baby. Man. Bo is coming up, Dallas. First pitch, Nets taken for a ball. It's an inside joke. Here's the 1-0 pitch. That's a sinker at 90 forwards in there for a strike. Hope is not a strategy. Yes, it is. It's not a good strategy. You can pray. If I go into the box, I'm going to pray that I get a hit. It's not a good strategy, though, because I'm going to fail all the times. It's just not a good strategy. 1-1. That's down for ball 2. Hot corners here, says shaking off the losing streak. What's going on? 2-1 pitch on the way. Ground ball hit over towards the right side. Picked up by Stott. The throw over to first is in time. And there is out number 1. And Vladdy Guerrero Jr. is coming up. On the defensive side of the diamond for the Phillies, they got Sanchez on the mound. JT catching. At first, it's Bryce. The second baseman, Stott. At third, it'll be Bohm. And at short, they got Trey Turner. In the outfield, Kepler's in left, Marsh is in center, and out in right is Castellanos. Here's Vladdy. He takes the first pitch. That's just up high for a ball. Vladdy batting .283 this year, has 8 homers and 28 RBI. Signed a big deal during the offseason, a big extension. 1-0 pitch. And that's in there for a strike. Dallas says, Bo, did you fall on your head? Let's go. 1 ball, 1 strike. And Sanchez kicks and fires and throws a changeup that's swung on and missed. Sanchez is 28 years old. He's 6 feet 6 inches tall, 200 pounds. Has a 1.31 whip, 70 strikeouts this year as well, in 59 2/3 of an inning. Here's the windup, and here's the pitch. That's down for ball 2. Two on the way, and that is on the inside corner, according to Ramon de Jesus, for a called strike 3. And there's out number 2. So, again, Phillies lead at 6-0. They batted around Bowden Francis, thanks to a 2-run homer by Trey, followed up by a homer by Bryce. They went back-to-back, and then Kepler had an RBI single, and started a 2-run single. 2 outs, bottom of the first, and the pitch to George Springer, swing and a miss. Nah, his stance is so broken. His stance swing is broken. The ball is 1 strike. The windup and the next pitch is down and in for ball 1. So we take a look at the standings in the AL East. The Blue Jays are 5.5 games behind the Yankees. They're 31-28. They're 6-4 in their last 10 games, and they're on a 5-game winning streak. The pitch. That's taken low and inside for ball 2. Don't forget to like and subscribe. 2 balls, 1 strike. Phillies are in their gray tops, gray bottoms, with red Phillies in text painted across the chest and blue stars above both of the eyes. Next pitch is in there for a strike. 2 outs, bases empty, bottom of the first, 2 balls, 2 strikes. 3 seconds left on the pitch clock, and the 2-2 delivery from Sanchez. That was the same pitch thrown to Vladdy that got him out on strikes, and this time Sanchez does not get the call. BW's here. What's up, BW? Everybody's coming on today. I know BW's a late one tonight. We have a redirect to his channel after our game is done, or after our coverage is done, I should say. 3-2 pitch. Check swing, did he go? They say no, he did not. And George Springer gets on with a 2-out walk. BW, of course, the Birds Watcher. Did I say Birds Watcher? The Bird Watcher. We have 93 people on here watching. Hit the thumbs up button. I think that we actually have more, 120. Folks, like, subscribe, spread the word. We're trying to get to 6K. The pitch. That's a little bit high and outside for a ball. After the game is done, calling into the show, we got a post-game show. We're going to go a little bit longer today, too, because we did not really have a pregame show because of our technical difficulties. And we missed part of the first inning. 1-0 pitch. There's a ground ball. It's hit sharply over to third. The throw, the second, and that's going to end the inning. 5-4 fielder's choice. And so, no runs, one man left. And we go to the top of the second, 6-0 Philadelphia. Some of us are birds waters. You mean birds watchers? Yeah. That's a different Birds team. Dang Auto. Yeah. What's up, Izzy? What's up, Megan? Yeah. Drop your link down below. Make sure you do that. Dallas, you can drop your link down below. For the love of Mike, I'm going to get a hot dog at the concession stand. Are you at the game? No. I'm sorry. You said that your dad was staring at the TV. I was thinking of, I was thinking when you said the concession stand that you were there. Get the binoculars, bird watchers here. Michael, what's going on, Michael? How are you? I'm happy to see you, my friend. All right, guys. So I guess I got to ask the poll question again, and I got to write it down. But I want to know, okay, I want to know who is the best player right now on the Philadelphia Phillies. Who would you say is the best player on the Phillies? Out of all the players that they have, is it Sanchez? Is it Wheeler? Is it Harper? Or is it Schwarber? Out of all those four choices, who is it? I'm posting the poll question right now. Search says Harper. Let's see. Let's see who wins. Let's see who wins. I'm gonna go with Team Kyle. I think Kyle's gonna win. Actually, sorry. I think Harper is gonna win, but I think it should be Schwarber. But you could really make a case. You could really make a case for Zach Wheeler. You could. You could. Here's Bryce. He'll lead off the top of the second. Travis is Sosa. Top of the second. And the pitch to Bryce. Swing and a miss. 43% of you say Kyle. I said Wheeler, but it's close between Schwarber and Wheeler. Yeah, what gives Schwarber the edge over Zach? Just out of curiosity. 0-1, swing and a miss. I'll let you know after Harper bats, which means that you're setting him up for failure, I guess. Blue Jays sold over 700,000 hot dogs on Dollar Dog Night last season. Oh, I remember that. 0-2 pitch. This one's fouled back over towards the first base side and out of play. Hit that thumbs up button, folks. 0-2 pitch to Bryce. That's going to be in the dirt for a ball. One-two pitch. Check swing. The pitch was high. It did not go. JJ, you have to come to Toronto and see a game. I would love to. I would love to come to the Rogers Center. I really would. That'd be so cool. Any of you guys out there in the Toronto area besides Dallas? Maybe I'll make a trip. Maybe I'll do like a meet and greet. We are the dealer. Love you, brother. I love you too, man. 2 balls, 2 strikes. And the next pitch is chopped foul. Bowden Francis still out there, surprisingly. 2-2 pitch. And that is outside for ball 3. Dallas says I'm 3 hours from Toronto. Are you really? Where are you guys tapping in from? 3-2 pitch, and that's high and outside for ball 4. All right, well, Ferguson, what's your answer? What's your answer? We have some action in the Blue Jays bullpen. He says, I'm tuning in from Colorado. Nice. Shout out to Colorado. There's Kyle Schwarber. Kyle struck out in his first at-bat and takes the first pitch down for a ball. Tuning in from Dallas. Lando 86. What's up, Lando? My guy. The 1-0 to Kyle. The pitch was outside, and Schwarber gets a piece of it and fouls it off. Kyle, I don't know if you guys remember. I mean, how could you forget? But when the Phillies had that huge deficit last year, Kyle Schwarber hit 3 homers, and that was against the Blue Jays, including the big one off of Chad Green in the 9th. 1-1 pitch, swing and a miss. Game and Duck says Aston. Aston or Austin? Tahiti. Where's Tahiti? Where's Tahiti? What's up, Joseph? 1-2 pitch. There's a foul ball. Percy, Pennsylvania. Hardcore says, ever hear of Pennsylvania? Yeah, we're in Pennsylvania. I think I've been there a lot of times. I've been to Harrisburg. I think that's in Pennsylvania, and Philadelphia. 1-2. That's taken down for ball 2. No, that's Ramon de Jesus. Ramon de Jesus. Paul Clemens is at first. Adrian Johnson's at second, and Quinn Wolcott's at third. 2-2 pitch to Schwarber. It was high and inside, but he gets a piece of it and fouls it right off of de Jesus. 53 pitches for Bowden Francis, including 34 strikes and 19 balls. Harper's at first. Schwarber's up to bat. And the 2-2 delivery, and Schwarber's going to pop this one up over towards the third base side. Who's going to get it? Clement's there, and I'll make the catch. Am I going to Hershey Park this summer? No, I am not. I'm not. I'll tell you what's really cool, though, Chocolate World. I love Chocolate World. Oh, that was beautiful. Once I get a girlfriend, I am going to take her there. Because I have family over there, too. Pitch to Bohm. Ground ball base hit out to right field. Bryce Harper's going to put the brakes on at second base. The throw over to second is drawn, and Harper is at second, and Bohm gets on with another single. And Nick Castellanos is coming up. Rally time for the Phils. Charge! So Harper at second, Bohm at first, and Castellanos is at the dish. Francis will get set at the belt, and the first pitch, and it's called a strike. Hit that thumbs up button, folks. Appreciate you all for tapping on in. We are so close to getting 6K. 66 more subs. 0-1 pitch to Casty. That's a foul ball. Hit back behind home plate. We got a $5 super chat from Jason. Harper's back, number 9. Appreciate you, man. 0-2 to Casty. Fly ball hit out towards right field. It'll stay in the ballpark. Barger's there. He'll make the catch. Harper's stacking up from second. They'll go to third. The throw to third base. It's going to get by the third baseman. Harper's going to come on home. And stopping at second is Bohm. It's 7-0 Phils. Not a good throw by Barger. The ball got by Clement. And Harper comes in. That was actually a good throw by Barger. It bounced right off of Clement's knee. That was right on the money. And that's going to be it for Bowden Francis. His night is done. All right. 7-0 Phils. And they'll be right back. I want to know, folks, who is the best player on the Phillies? Who is the best player on the Phillies? This game is over. Let's go stream. It ain't over. Nothing is over. If it's over, I'm ending stream. It ain't over. Oh, yeah, look at that. Hey, old man Ferguson, you didn't tell me who the best player is now. You said you'd wait after the Harper at bat. Not even a question, Schwarber. Well, 62% of you say otherwise. What's up, chat? How you all doing? 181 people tuning on in. I heard that Tibbs was fired today for the Knicks. Tom Thibodeau got fired today. I know that the Sixers still have Nick Nurse, but would you take Tom Thibodeau? Would you take Tom Thibodeau? Blastianos is the best. Blastianos? That's funny. That's funny. Run up that scoreboard. Let's go. 172 people on here rocking with us because you guys are correct for supporting the channel and being on play-by-play with JJ. What do we do? Well, it's literally in the title. We do play-by-play. How many guys have play-by-play in their YouTube name? I think we're the only ones. I do. Eric Lauer's going to pitch. Lauer has a 2.75 ERA. Comes on in relief for Bowden Francis. Who's Tom Thibodeau? What a silly name. That's the Knicks head coach. Just got fired today. They should fire Brunson. What do you mean fire Brunson? If I'm not looking at chat as much tonight, I apologize because I want to try to focus on my game. I might not be reading as much of your chat. Obviously, all supers do go over to the top, and I do love the engagement. I do. Can you guys hit that thumbs up button, please? 160 watching, 50 thumbs. I got hot dogs. Who wants a Coke? Give me a Coke in the chat. There you go. Here's Max Kepler, and the pitch is outside for a ball. Kepler 1 for 1 with an RBI single in the first. Got a runner on at second. That's Alec Bohm. And the 1-0 is a slider that's in there for a strike. 1 ball, 1 strike. The windup and the next pitch to Kepler. This one's popped up in foul territory over towards the third base side. Kirk gets called off by Clement, and he'll make the catch over by the visitors on deck circle. And so we go to the bottom of the second. The Phillies do get another run and lead it 7-0. So what would you call that? An F9 and an E5? That's how Harper scored, right? I think that's how we'll score it. F9, E5. No, they call it an F9, E9. I didn't really think it was a bad throw. Got a little piece of Harper. It also bounced off of the knee of Barger, but F9, E9. We'll call it that. Man. I needed the off day yesterday. The Phillies needed the off day. I needed the off day. It is a grind when you are on here every single day. It really is. And I love you guys so much. But man, oh man, I needed that. I really did. Eventually, what I would really love to do is, I would like to have like a little talk show on here, and I would like to try to do some more and more content, but it's a lot. It's a lot, and I would really have to invest even more time to doing this. And of course, like I love doing the Phillies, I love doing the Sixers, I love doing the Eagles, and I love doing Sunday Night Baseball. But even that, it's a lot. And so I love how people say that, doing this is easy. If you're looking to get into doing this, it ain't easy. It ain't easy at all. Yeah, you can just go live from your camera. But man, to entertain an audience, especially filled with 200 people, it's a lot. It's a lot of work. Bottom of the second, and the first pitch is down for a ball. But I respect all the other people that are on here that produce some really good sports content, and not just sports content, but just content, period. They do an awesome job. 1 ball, 1 strike. You're taking a risk on yourself. 1-1, swing and a miss. Barger in his last 17 games, 19 for 59. He has 9 extra base hits and 4 homers. 1-2 pitch, here it comes. Swing and a miss. He goes golfing after a slider that's in the dirt. And there is out number 1. Wasn't really even the changeup did have movement to it, but not as much life. Some of his other ones have had. Here's a 95-mile-per-hour sinker that catches the outside corner for strike 1. 0-1 pitch. Fly ball. It's hit out over towards right field. Castellanos is there. He'll make the catch. There's out number 2. And look, the one thing that I had to learn, not to go on this whole monologue, but the one thing that I had to learn is sometimes when you do this, there's days that are going to stink. There's days that are going to be really, really good. But you show up. You show up for everyone. And that's how you get respect. The pitch, and that's taken for a ball. Sanchez comes set at the letters, kicks, and delivers. And that's a foul ball. See a guy wearing Edmonton Oilers shirt right behind home plate. 1-1. That's taken for a strike. It's a harder grind too when the team is getting blown out 4 straight games in a row. Imagine if you were the Sixers this year. There's the 1-2 pitch. That's taken down for ball 2. First, I actually thought, am I doing something wrong? I'll be honest, like when I was doing the Sixers stuff, there was a point where I wanted to stop. 2-2. That's taken down for ball 3. And I looked in the mirror and I said, it's not me. Because I thought for a while it was. But then you look at how many people were going to the games. And you could just see by the end of the year who the heck wanted to watch the team. Who? Who wanted to watch them? The radio station numbers were down. TV numbers were down. Other people on YouTube, their numbers were down. It was everybody. I thought it was me, and I thought about stopping. 3-2, there's a ground ball back up the middle. Sliding stop by Turner. Throw over to first, not in time. And it's an infield single. And that'll bring up Miles Straw. The windup and the pitch from Sanchez, and that's taken for a strike. But no matter what the case is, I don't care if the team goes 0-162. Man, we're doing it. 0-1 popped up over towards shallow right field, and Stott's there, and he'll make the catch. And the inning is over. So we go to the top of the 3rd inning. It's 7-0 Phils. Okay. Diet Coke is awful, but us diabetics can't be choosers. Yeah, man. Am I adding my cowboy shirt under the jacket? No, this is... No. I can't get used to dimensions. It's just a plain t-shirt. It just has this logo. How about Colorado? It's no fun there. Well, if you're talking about the Rockies, yeah. If you're talking about the Avalanche, I mean, even though they're getting stuck, you still have Cale Makar. You still have McKinnon. You know. Blackwood. They're still a relevant team. And the Denver Nuggets, of course, too. And the Denver Broncos, say what you want, they're still relevant. But yeah, imagine being a Rockies fan. That's gotta stink. I went to Neshaminy High School and graduated in 75. Crazy. Got 178 people tuning on in. Let's go. We could be doing Yankees games. We could be doing Mets games. And yet we might even have bigger audiences. But now, there's something special about Philadelphia, man. There's something special about Philadelphia. The pitch on the way. That's just a bit outside for a ball. Lauer's still pitching. He threw 3 pitches in the last inning. Just came on for the final out. 1-0. Swing and a miss. JJ seems like the type of dude who steals quarters from people's Aldi's carts when they aren't looking. Don't tell my secrets. 1-1. Swing and a miss. Aldo. Aldi. Yeah. I know what you meant. JT is batting .343 against the Blue Jays. Now, foul off the 1-2 pitch, and it goes out of play. I'm sly. I am. One-two pitch. Foul ball. The quarters thing to me is kind of stupid. It kind of is. I'm sorry. Going to the grocery store and using a quarter just to get a cart. I'm sorry. That's stupid. I think it's stupid. That's my hot take on it. 1-2 pitch. That's taken down for ball 2. Now, I understand it in theory. I do. But why not just have somebody there just give you a cart? Just somebody stand there. Two balls, 2 strikes. And the pitch. That's a foul ball. Do you agree with me on that? That's the purchase price. JJ, don't even read his Twitch chat. We're irrelevant. I read you before. Oh, there it is. I just had to clean garbage out of the trunk of my car. I forgot that I had a bag of trash in the trunk of my car, and it went everywhere, and I had to clean it today. Damn, that sounds awful. 3-2 pitch, and that's up high and away for ball 4, and JT gets on with a leadoff walk. I did say, you probably didn't hear this, but I did say that I'm not going to be looking at chat as much today. Because then you got to pay someone to be at the cart dispenser. I understand why businesses don't do that. But I'm just saying that that's the smarter way to do it. It's just stupid. People steal quarters like that. The pitch. That's up high for a ball. One ball, no strikes to Brandon Marsh, who struck out looking his last time up. And the 1-0 pitch. Ground ball. It's hit over to first base. The throw to second. There's one. The throw to first. Not in time. Marsh just beat it out. It's a 3-4 fielder's choice. It's okay. I'm joking with you. I know. I figured you were. Mama! What's up, Mama? Hi, Jason. I'm at dinner with Mr. Ward, and he just subscribed. Mr. Ward! Welcome aboard, Mr. Ward! Appreciate you for coming on here. Let's give him a round of applause. Welcome to the family, Mr. Ward. 1 out, top of the 3rd. Tell everybody I say hi. And the pitch. That's taken for a strike. To 86 miles per hour. Catches the outer third of the zone. The ball's 1 strike to Bryson Stott. Toss bat to first, not in time. There's 1 out. We're in the top of the 3rd. The Phillies lead at 7-0. They scored 6 of their 7 runs in the first. No balls, 1 strike. 5 seconds left on the pitch clock. Lauer stares back at first. Now back to the plate. The pitch to Stott. And he'll fly this one out over to right field. Barger is going to run into the alleyway, and he'll make the catch on the run for out number 2. But yeah, the grocery store quarter thing I think is the stupidest thing ever. I really do. Just have somebody stand there, have that person check the receipts, just have them do 2 jobs at once. One ball, no strikes. The Trey Turner. The pitch to Trey. There's a foul ball. You know what else is kind of stupid in my opinion? Okay. Hear me out on this. You're filling up your gas at like a Wawa or a Dunkin' Donuts, and it's during the middle of the day, and you go inside and you get food and you leave your car right by the gas station. I think that that's stupid. I really do. Because there's other people that like want to come in and get gas. Just park in a just park like right in front of the store. Because it usually gets full at that time because there's traffic. 1 ball, 2 strikes. And the pitch to Trey Turner. There's a line drive, and it's caught by Vladdy Guerrero Jr. Couldn't tell if he made the catch or not, but he did. They cut shots a couple of times. So, the catch was made. It's an L3, and that's how we end the top of the 3rd. And we're going to the bottom of the 3rd. 7-0 Phils. But yeah. You just leave your car sitting there at like 5 o'clock in the afternoon, and there's people that are trying to get gas. Just pull into a parking spot. That's it. You have to go inside if you're paying gas with cash. But even still, just move. Just move first. Well, actually, well, you can't do that. I'm saying that I understand. Okay, like that's fine. That's fine. But like if you're going in there, because some people take like 25 minutes or so just to like get their food, like go to the bathroom, wait for their orders, It's during the middle of the day. Like if it's like at like 8 o'clock in the morning, well maybe not 8 o'clock. If it's not busy, or if it's like during the middle of the night or something, like I understand that. Like that's cool, but it just holds up more people. I think that that's stupid. How about the locking wheels after you go past a certain point? Yeah, I've seen that too. I know some stores have that as well. We're going to the bottom of the 3rd. Yeah, I don't like that either. I'll like try to like move the thing and then the wheels are just locked. Yeah. All right, we're going to the bottom of the 3rd. 7-0 Philadelphia. Don't forget to like. Don't forget to subscribe. We have under 77 people tuning on in. The pitch on the way, and that's taken for a strike. Andres Jimenez is up. Here's the 0-1. It's grounded over to short. Picked up by Turner. Throw over to first. It's in time for out number 1. Phillies put up 6 runs in the first, including a 2-run homer by Trey, followed up by a solo shot by Bryce. Kepler had an RBI single, and Bryson started a 2-run single in the first inning. Phillies would then get another run on an error after Castellanos flied out to right in the second, and that would score Bryce Harper. We're just in the bottom of the 3rd. and a lot of action. 1 ball, no strikes to Bichette. Sanchez comes set and delivers. Swing and a miss. What's a pet peeve that you guys have? There's a couple more that I have for sure. But what's a pet peeve that you guys have? We talked about grocery stores with the carts and the quarters, the lock and the wheels. And we talked about the gas stations. When people, after they get gas, they just leave their cars unattended. And they stand inside for like 30 minutes just to get their food and just to go to the bathroom and all that. What's a pet peeve that you have? 3 balls, 1 strike. Bottom of the third, 1 out. 3-1 pitch. This one's grounded over to third. Base is played on the bounce by Baum. He'll toss it over to first. And there's out number 2. Two outs, bottom of the third. Here's Vladdy. And the pitch looked a little bit low, but it's a called strike anyways. Oh, 1 swing and a miss. You know what? I'll tell you another pet peeve of mine. You ready for this? When somebody says, I have a question for you. Ask the question. Don't just say I have a question for you. Just ask it. That's like a little pet peeve I have too. When it's like my friends. You know. Okay. Ask the question. 1-2 pitch. That's taken down for ball 2. It's like a filler sentence. JJ, how are you tonight? I'm doing good, man. I'm happy to see you on here, Bilbo. That is such a cool name. 2-2 pitch. That's outside for ball 3. My pet peeve is other humans existing. What grinds my gears is someone that can't sit in an inner tube. Oh, really? Doesn't surprise me, Michael. 3-2 pitch. It's way outside for ball 4. And Vladdy gets on with a walk with 2 outs. You guys are funny. Other pet peeves? Not getting over to let people on the on-ramp. Yeah. But what if that person's being a jerk? Then I don't feel bad. 0-1, and that's inside for a ball. Yeah, like in 80% of those cases, I can actually agree to that. I can. One ball, 1 strike. The pitch, and that's down and in for ball 2. MG says, I have a candy disc on my desk at work. And it says, is it okay if I take a piece if I take a piece of candy? No, Sharon. They're for looking at. Why are you asking? Take one. Can I have a piece? No, it's just there for display. Of course. Yeah, that's funny. 3 balls, 1 strike. And the pitch. There's a ground ball. Diving stop by Bohm. From his knees, throws it over to first, and it's in time. Nice play by Alec. And George Springer thought that he beat it out. I wonder if the Blue Jays are going to give this a look. I don't know yet. Looks like Bohm is slowing up. But it was a nice play by Alec. Usually every time he tries to dive for the ball goes by him. And the question is, are they going to challenge it? I don't think so. And we go to the top of the fourth inning. Nice play by Alec Bohm. The ball did take about 3 bounces. 1, 2, 3. And Harper dug it out. Nice play by Bryce, too. Going slow in the left lane. Or going fast in the left lane and just weaving. Like, stop weaving. I'm with you there. Or brake checking. Oh, brake checking. Oh, that's infuriating. I hate it when people brake check you. That's annoying. My mom is a terrible merger. She gets very nervous. Oh, man, you're throwing your mom under the bus? Oh, man. Hopefully she's not tuning in. You're doing your mom like that. Oh, gosh. Oh, man. Folks, hit the thumbs up button. Hit the subscribe button as well. We're just having fun. You know, we're going to the top of the fourth. Phillies lead at 7-0. Again, they put up 6 runs in the first. A lot of action in that first, of course. 2-run homer by Trey. And he went back-to-back with Bryce. And then Kepler had an RBI single instead of the 2-run single. Phillies would then get another run in the top of the second. Thanks to a fly out by Castellanos, which would cause an error on a bad throw and a bad play by Addison Barger to allow Harper to score, as he would go to third and then would score on the bad throw over to third. Ugh. No, those are my Reese's Pieces. I'm just showing it to brag in front of you. That's funny. Not being ready to pay your toll when it's your turn. Oh, my gosh. Yes, that's why having Easy Pass is clutch. I mean, there's a lot of... We have a lot of bridges, dude. Like, in the first place, we have a lot of bridges. We have a lot of tolls. We do. But even still, with all the tolls that we have, I can understand that is frustrating as well. The pitch on the way, there's a ground ball. It's hit over to first base. Guerrero has it, tosses it back over to Lauer, who covers the bag, and there's out number 1. And so Bryce Harper on one pitch grounds out to first. 3-1 on the putout. What else? Other pet peeves. These are good ones, guys. I like them. There's one away in the top of the fourth, and Schwarber is going to foul off the first pitch as it goes out of play. Michael says, I get tired of play stupid games, get stupid prizes. Make it make sense. And other things people say over and over. Yeah, that's fair too. Yeah, I have a question. I don't like that. Just ask your question. 1 out, and the pitch. This one's popped up. It's hit out over towards left field. And Davis Schneider's there and makes the catch for out number 2. Almost collided with Miles Straw. The worst of that is like when you're actually at a convention or you're at a Q&A and the person that raises their hand says, I have a question for you. And it's just like the one person. Like, I understand if it's, if there's like 4 people on like a panel or something, like that makes sense. But it's just one person. Like, it's even worse. 1 ball, no strikes, and this is to Alec Bohm. Pitch, and it's taken for a ball. Oh, we got a text message. Let's read this one. Hey, Jason, I'm Michael. Love the show. Me and my dad watch your stream on YouTube for every Phillies game. Shout out to Michael. Appreciate you, Michael. 2-0 pitch. Swing and a miss. If you guys want to text the JJ hotline, 610-314-0844. That is the phone number. If you guys don't feel comfortable messaging your pet peeves on here, you can also message it to me personally on the hotline. 2 balls, 2 strikes to Alec Bohm. My pet peeve is pickleball. That sound drives me nuts. Just the words. 2-2. That's taken down for ball 3. So then what would you call it instead of it being pickleball? Would you just call it like what's the in between of ping pong? Well, table tennis and tennis. Would you just call it short tennis? I'm playing short tennis? No, that doesn't sound right. It's not racquetball. It's not badminton. Three balls, 2 strikes to Alec Bohm, who's 2 for 2 on the day. Lauer comes set and delivers, and Bohm will pop this one up over towards the first base side. He throws the bat, and Vladimir Guerrero Jr. gets under it and makes the grab, and we're heading to the bottom of the 4th. 7-0 Phils. They'll be back. I want a bumper sticker that reads, "I break for tail graders," says John. Let's read this one. Let me know what your biggest pet peeves are down below. You're also more than welcome to hit the super chat button, hit the thumbs up button, hit the subscribe button as well. I figured that this was a good question for us to answer today. Just to get the conversation rolling, and it's a nice little way for us to just have good conversation. Bilbo says, my pet peeve is when people say no offense before saying something offensive. I'm with you on that 1,000%. I don't like that. I also don't like it, and I'm guilty of this too. Yeah, no, but I agree with you. Yeah, no, but that's all right. What are we talking about? That's like, I don't know if that's an oxymoron, like when you say yeah, no, because it's the opposite. No. You could say, no, you're right. That's a different meaning. Ugh. That's a very good one. What kind of vehicle do I drive? I got a Nissan. I got a Rogue. Love the Rogue. It's good. Reliable. Alejandro Kirk is up to bat. And the pitch. And that's taken for a strike at 95 miles per hour. Don't forget to like. Don't forget to subscribe. No balls, 1 strike. And the pitch. On the way. Swing and a miss. It was a changeup. No balls, 2 strikes. And here's the windup and the pitch. That's down for a ball. Here's the 1-2 on the way. Swing and a miss. And there is 1 out in the bottom of the 4th. Cha-ching. Hasn't played that all night. 3 strikeouts, too, for Christopher Sanchez. What am I doing? Eagle Auto. What's your pet peeve? My pet peeve, he says, is when I let my dogs back in the house and they want to go back out 2 minutes later. I didn't make you come in. You're the one that literally just went outside. So, and you wanted to come back in. Now you want to go back outside? Yeah. That's understandable, too. These are good ones, man. 0-1. That's taken for a strike. That's an actual pet peeve. That's funny. 0-2 pitch. That's down for a ball to Addison Barger. Blue Jays this year, 31-28. They're 20-12 at home. They've won their last 5 games as well. And Barger's going to hit a high bouncer over towards first base. Harper waits for it, makes the grab, and tags the bag all in one motion. Excuse. That thing bounced pretty high. You guys are awesome. My pet peeve is when people just throw trash on the sidewalk. Oh, here's another one. The pitch, and that's taken for a ball. How about the people that just walk in the street when there's a sidewalk? And I'm driving by, and people are just walking, like, right along the curb, and the sidewalk is totally fine. Just go on the sidewalk. What are we doing? What are we doing? Just use the sidewalk. It's totally clear. It's fine. Now, if the sidewalk's blocked, obviously, you gotta stay like on the side of the road. But for the people that are just walking there, like, oh my gosh, come on, people. 1 ball, 1 strike, 2 outs, bottom of the 4th, and the pitch is outside for ball 2. This is a good combo, man. 2 balls, 1 strike. Sanchez comes set and delivers. There's a bouncer. It's hit over to shortstop. Turner has it, throws it over to first. Another nice play by Bryce as he snow-coned it and caught it above his head. And there's out number 3. And we're going to the top of the 5th inning. 1 hit allowed by Sanchez so far in 4 innings of work. You guys are awesome. Hey, JJ, just brought a new microphone, says Stephen Crabtree, and other recording equipment. Looking forward to creating some more videos and a podcast for my students. Going to focus on the national parks or geology basics. Hey, Steven, if you ever need help setting any of that stuff up, if you have any questions, you know how to get a hold of me. You know how to do it. Email me, jasonjosephonair@gmail.com. I would love to be able to help you out if you ever need help. It's right over here. I'm going to drop it right now for you. And that goes for anybody. If you guys are starting a podcast, if you guys are looking into doing that, reach out to me, please, because I would love to help you get your digital media journeys on the way. I really would. That'd be great. Hello, everyone. Glad to see you on here. We got a text message, too, from our hotline. Pet peeve. When someone says something to you and they follow it with, do you know what I mean? It drives me crazy. So, like, you'd have to use it in a sentence. Like, because sometimes it is kind of hard for me to understand you. It all depends on the context. I hope that makes sense. Do you know what I mean? I did it there. I did it on purpose, though. I did it on purpose. in that type of sense, I guess I understand what you're saying. But when it comes to something that's a little bit more not simplistic or conventional, or what's the word I'm looking for? When it's something that's a little bit more complicated and not as easy to process, then I understand why people do it. But the repetition of it, yeah, that can drive me crazy too, I guess, when you really think about it. 0-1 pitch to Casty, and that's fouled out of play. Good ones, man. No balls, 2 strikes. Five seconds left on the pitch clock. And here's the 0-2 pitch. This one's going to bounce into the Blue Jays dugout. Don't forget to like and subscribe. We have 182 people on here rocking with us. Keep giving me more pet peeves down below. What are some of your biggest pet peeves? We'll continue to answer more as we go. You can always text the JJ hotline too, if you want me to read it. Because I might not read all of yours on here. 610-314-0844. That's the hotline. 1-800-JJ. Here's the pitch to Castellanos, and a called strike 3 at the knees. Nothing too fancy about that fastball. Eric Lauer's done a very good job on in relief for Bowden Francis. You guys are funny. Here's the windup, and here's the pitch. That's swung on and missed by Max Kepler. How about the Cubs? They're up 7-3 out in D.C. in the top of the 6th inning. Lauer comes set and delivers, and Kepler's going to pop this one up a mile high out towards center field. The catch will be made by Miles Straw. And there's out number 2. Yeah, no, I don't like that either. That's another, yeah. My biggest pet peeve is that I'm the only person in the Western Hemisphere who can pronounce asterisk. It's not that hard. Two outs in the pitch. There's a ground ball. It's hit over to third base, scooped up by Clement, and he'll toss it over to first for out number 3. And well, the Phillies lead at 7-0 as we go to the bottom of the 5th. No asterisks in this one. I think I screwed that up, but that's okay because I like it when Larry gets annoyed with me. Don't forget to like. Don't forget to subscribe. Who else is tuning on in here? Shout out to you guys. Shout out to every one of you. Tony's here. What's up, Tony? Let's go, Phillies. We need this victory, JJ. We do. We absolutely need this victory. How are the Mets doing, JJ? How are the Mets doing? Let's take a look at the scores. We said that we were going to do that. Brewers are tied 2-2 against the Cincinnati Reds. The Mets play the Dodgers tonight at 10 p.m. Eastern Time. That'll be on TBS. Clayton Kershaw's going to face he's going to be facing Tyler McGill, not Trevor. Trevor's the closer now for the Milwaukee Brewers. What else we got? We got Angels and Red Sox. It's 3-1 out in Boston. Where are the Braves at? Braves, are they playing the Diamondbacks? They're down 5-3 against the Snakes in the bottom of the 5th. Braves are at home. Zach Allen's pitching. We need 65 more subs for us to get to 6K. Another pet peeve I have is when people push other people in the hallways. Oh my gosh, I don't miss that in school. But also, to be fair, when people are stopping in the hallways in the middle of a crowd, now that's annoying too. Now that's on you. That's on you for stopping. Unless, you know, if you have an injury or like whatever it is, like that I understand. But like just stopping to have a conversation in front of a whole crowd of people, like that's on you. You know, and you deserve to be like pushed for that. You know? But when people are just inadvertently like just pushing you from behind because they got to get to their class, like come on. Come on. It's on you for being late. 1 ball, no strikes. The pitch on the way. There's a fly ball. It's hit out towards right field. Castellanos looks up, and it is gone. Davis Schneider goes yard against Christopher Sanchez. And the Voorhees native goes the opposite way. It's a good one. Mike Schmidt's the best player on the Phillies. JJ, you're funny. I try. Do you guys think I'm funny? Straw's up. The pitch, swing and a miss. You call him the short squat? 0-1. It's inside for a ball. How about people who stop right at the bottom of the escalator to look at their phone or something? Move. That too. That's fair. That's fair. Team can't complete shutouts. Yeah, they've done it 5 times this year. But we've seen it a lot, though. Doesn't feel like it's been 5 times. 5 divided by 50 is like once every 10 games. So, 1 ball, 2 strikes. And the pitch from Sanchez fouled away. Phillies put up 6 runs in the first. They had a 2-run homer by Trey, and he went back-to-back with Bryce. Kepler then had an RBI single and started a 2-run single. 1-2. This one is flied out towards left center field. Marsh calls off Kepler, and there's out number 1. Tatster thinks I'm funny. Dallas, do you think I'm funny? I hate when you get a hit and you have to put on some dopey jacket. The bench. It's outside for a ball. I'm laughing because it doesn't shock me that you don't like that. And I just think it's funny. You're losing 7-1. Why are you putting on a jacket? You're down 7-1. Of course you wouldn't like that. I just think that's funny. 2-0 pitch. That's in there for a strike. I'm with you. I'm with you. But just you saying that, just that's funny. 2-1. Foul ball. Like, we're losing the game. Why are we putting on a jacket? Is it cold? 2-2 to Jimenez. I tried to see if he went around. The pitch was down and out. And he did not go. Duh, of course you're funny. Thanks, Dallas. 3 balls, 2 strikes. And the next pitch is down low for ball 4. And Sanchez allows a walk to Jimenez. Phone use during the movie, yeah. But I got told to shut up when I sneezed. That was annoying. Yeah, I can just control my sneezes. The pitch on the way. It's grounded foul over towards the third base side. Bo's going to put the jacket on after he hits a home run here. It's so true. No balls, 1 strike. The pitch. That's inside and low. He's not saying just for you. He's saying just in general in sports. It's not just to you. Like if the Phillies were down 7-0, he'd be like, stop putting on the jackets. The pitch on the way. There's a ground ball hit out to right field for a base hit. Stopping at second base will be Jimenez. And Bo gets on with a single. And Vladdy's coming up. And we're going to have a timeout on the mound here. Pet peeve is on-field interviews. Yes. On-field interviews and interviews after a home run. Or interviewing Scott Boras, out of all people, who caught a foul ball on a Sunday night baseball game and didn't even give it to a kid that was right behind him. Like Scott Boras, bro. Come on. Come on, Scott. I'm still salty about that. Just let it go, JJ. No, I can't let it go. Give a kid the foul ball. It's a souvenir for that guy. You own like everybody in all of baseball. Let a kid who, I don't know, hasn't really had a lot of experience of watching good baseball, let them have that ball. One ball, no strikes to Vladdy Guerrero Jr. And the 1-0 pitch is taken inside for ball 2. Vladdy struck out looking, and he also walked. Vladdy batting .314 with runners in scoring position. And he'll chop this one back over towards the mound. Nice play by Sanchez. It almost went over his head. And he'll pick it up, toss it over to first. And there's out number 2. The runners do advance to second and third. Or when a sideline reporter is asking the player, how did you win that game? Like, what the heck? I'm with you. 2 outs, bottom of the 5th. 2 base runners in scoring position. And the pitch on the way is taken for a strike. 108 people liking, 192 tuning on in. Let's go. Who is the best player on the Phillies right now? The ball's 1 strike. Sanchez comes set and deals. And it's taken down for a ball. There he says, I can't stop. But like, are you with me about the Scott Boras thing? Are you with me on that? Is that just me? 1-1 pitch. That's taken inside for ball 2. Schwarber's winning. He's at 36. Wheeler's at 32. It's not that far behind. Zach Wheeler's not far behind. I didn't think Sanchez was going to get a lot of votes, but I had to put him in there. 1-2 pitch. And that's outside for ball 2. Maybe, would you put Luzardo over Sanchez? Ooh, now that's a good question. My pet peeve is Scott Boras. No, Boras doesn't do it for me. You didn't like it how they interviewed him? Or you thought it was okay that they interviewed him during that 9th inning? 3-2 pitch. That's taken inside and low for ball 4. And that's going to load the bases. All right. 86 pitches for Sanchez. And Caleb Cotham's now going to go talk to Christopher. Calling Joe Carter and Carlos Delgado. Oh, no. Oh, no. They will show these punks how to play. Get your frustration. I get it. Alejandro Kirk is up with the bases juiced in the bottom of the 5th. Nice crowd tonight at the Rogers Center. 2 away, bottom of the 5th. Bases loaded, first pitch, and it's a foul ball off of Kirk's bat. Kirk's average is at 298. Did not have a good April, had a better June. Nothing in 1 is the count to Alejandro. And here's the pitch. There's a ground ball hit over to first base. It's played on a bounce by Bryce. And he tags the bag for out number 3. So Christopher Sanchez gets out of a pickle. And we'll go to the top of the 6th. It's 7-1 Phils. Be right back. Don't go anywhere. We're going to the top of the 6th, baby. 7-1 Philadelphia. 7 hits for the Phillies. The Phillies actually in the first inning had 5 hits. 5 of their 7 hits. Bowden Francis, not a good outing for him. Eric Lauer has not allowed a hit on in relief for Bowden. Just 1 walk. And 1 strikeout in 3 1/3. Excuse. Here comes Brandon Marsh at the plate. First pitch to Marsh, and this one's popped up out towards left center field. Schneider gets under it, makes the grab in front of the track. We need 65 more subs for us to get the 6K. Let's go. Sanchez got out of a pickleball. So wait, we never finished up that convo. Old man Ferguson. What do you call it? What do you call it instead of pickleball? One out, top of the sixth. And the pitch on the way, and that's taken on the upper third of the zone for a strike. Should we see what ChatGPT has to say about that? Oh, 1. That's in there for strike 2. What's another? Paddle tennis. Paddle tennis? When I think about paddle, I think about paddling and kicking in swimming. Paddle ball. 0-2 pitch. Foul ball. Hot dog ball. It's paddle ball. Yeah. No balls, 2 strikes. We're in the top of the 6th. There's 1 out. And the 0-2 pitch is on the outside corner for a called strike 3. And there's out number 2. So then, old man Ferguson, what's a bigger pet peeve for you? Okay, wearing the jacket when you're down 7-1 or pickleball? Which one's worse? Good mitten instead of badminton. That's funny. Short court tennis. I'm playing short court tennis. SCT. Short court tennis. So then, if we're going to go that far, then football, American football, shouldn't be called football. If we're going to say that pickleball shouldn't be called pickleball, football should be really more like handball. But I know handball is a different sport. But you understand what I'm saying now. See, it's a domino effect now. It's a domino effect. Like basketball makes sense. Baseball makes sense. Hockey, it's unique. I think it's cool. Football, soccer, football. It's funny, I just got back from playing pickleball. It's a good sport. Played it in middle school. And I always wondered why it wasn't so popular, and now it's like really popular ever since the pandemic. What's up, Andy? How are you, my friend? We have 187 people on here watching. Let's get 187 likes. Tell us what your biggest pet peeve is. Or text it on into the hotline. What's cricket? Cricket's an interesting one. Football should have been called run ball. Is it really run ball, though? It is a fun game. Absolutely, it's a fun game. Pickleball. Paston Schultz is going to pitch. I'm surprised that Eric Lauer's night is done. We're in the top of the 6th inning. The pitch to Trey is in there for a strike. 2 outs. Nobody on. Here's the 0-1 to Turner. He'll ground this one over to third. It's played on the bounce, the throw to first, and it's just in time. Good stretch by Guerrero. Clement didn't necessarily have a good throw there. And the Phillies are looking to see if they should challenge it. And I think that they are. They say put the earphones on. So Ramon DeJesus and Paul Clemens are going to be tuning into the replay center. This is before the forward pass. I don't know. Did Turner beat it out? Did he get his right foot on the bag? I think he did. Again, not necessarily a good throw by Clement at third base. So the call's overturned and Trey is safe. Puck, puck. Puck, puck, goose. That's funny. Here's Bryce Harper. And the pitch. That's outside. The only name that's accurate and self-explanatory is basketball. You don't think baseball's like that either? 1-0 pitch. That's taken down and away for ball 2. Two balls, no strikes. The pitch. That's down for ball 3. I'll tell you, kickball is very underrated. They should have a kickball league. They should. Rio pitch. That's a pie for ball 4, and Bryce Harper gets on with a 2-out walk. And here comes Kyle Schwarber to the plate. Six pitches for Schultz. And he's in the jam. Turner at second, Harper at first. 2 outs, top of the 6th, and the pitch to Kyle. They tried to see if he went around. No, he did not. The pitch was high. All right, let's go, peeps. Let's go. Come on. George! The 1-0 pitch, and Schwarber gets a piece of it. And the count is 1-1. 190 people on here rocking with us. They're baseball fans. We love it. It should be called battery. Oh, gosh. Here's the pitch. And that is taken low and inside for ball 2. Text me more pet peeves, 610-314-0844. Schultz comes set at the belt and delivers. And Schwarber fouls the next pitch off. Rowing is actually self-explanatory, too, I would say. 2-2 pitch to Kyle, swing and a miss. He got a changeup that was low and outside. And we're going to the bottom of the 6th inning. 7-1, Phillies. Darn it. Oh, boy. Excuse me. Fever are up 71-68. They're taking on the Washington Mystics. It's in the 4th quarter. Then you got the Phoenix Mercury. They're losing to the Minnesota Lynx. Minnesota's 7-0. And they lead at 44-35 at halftime. And the Dallas Wings will be taking on the Seattle Storm tonight at 9:30. What's going on, guys? Ugh. What do you guys think about me doing some more IRL streams? And for those of you that don't know, IRL stands for in real life. Like if I go walking at a park and I stream, or if I'm just out and about going to like a Fanatic store, like a Phillies sports event, or whatever the case is. What do you guys think about more IRL streaming? Don't forget to like. Don't forget to subscribe. We have 200 people on here for the first time tonight. What's up, 200 people? My lovelies. How are you all doing? My Philly freaks. My baseball freaks. The pitch is taken for a strike. David says, I would. Nice. Yay. David's my biggest supporter. Thanks, David. Pitch on the way. There's a ground ball hit towards the left side of the mound. And Sanchez has it. Throws a dart over to first, but it's just a little bit late. And it was also a little bit off the line. Addison Barger was going to beat it out anyways. Excuse me. Sorry. Artie Clement is up. And I'll pop this pitch out towards right field. Castellanos gets there and makes the catch. I liked your IRL stream last year when you were in a park. Yeah. I'm thinking about doing more. But I want to get some equipment before I start doing that again, because I would love to actually take you all on the go with me, you know? I would like to just walk around. I think it would be good to just have us get some exercise, and we can just talk about not just Philly sports, but we can just do more things. I don't know. See what's going on locally. You know, not just be broadcasters, but just be more of a streamer. You mean the guy at the Eagles parade? Yeah. Or just other events, too. Eagles parade, Chickies and Pete's, watch parties, I don't know, tailgates. Oh, one foul ball. I'd like to see JJ do a comedic style play-by-play of work incidents that go wrong. Yeah, somebody else said that too. I just don't know how I would make that funny. Oh, 2 pitch. That's down for a ball. On the go with Eagle Auto. Well, that helps me, Larry. That's okay. We can help out our other people, too. We love Eagle Auto. 1-2. Swing and a miss. And there is out number 2. That'd be a boring stream. I would find ways to make it entertaining. Trust me. Trust me. Going up to people, talking to them, I think that you guys would actually see more of my character. I would love to do a stream with the Philly captain, though. That'd be really cool. That would be very cool. You see me away from the desk, I'm a different person. I'm not the same guy. I'm really not. The pitch. Foul ball. Miles Straw is up. What do you mean by comedic stream? Well, ask Scott. He just put it in the chat. 0-1. There's a ground ball. Tit over towards the mound. The throw over to first is in time. We're going to the top of the 7th. 7-1 Phils. JJ, this is Sanche. This is Shantae. My biggest pet peeve is people coughing. I know it's a normal thing to do, but I hate it. Yeah, coughing can be annoying, especially when you have coughing fits. Like, oh my gosh. I've had them on stream, and you know what I just do? I just go to break. I do. Or if my voice is really not feeling well. I think one time I did cut stream a little bit short because of it. That was like the only time I ever did it. I don't think I've ever cut a stream short because of something else like that. I used to just think that you were just a torso, arms, and head. Well, I'm happy that you don't think that anymore, Larry. I am a different person, though, when I do stream IRL. When I talk to my friends, I'm different than when I talk on here. It's just a different version of me. You see me as this play-by-play guy. You're starting to see a little bit more of the personality, but you don't fully see it. That's why I think more IRL streaming would be kind of cool for the channel. I think that you would see more out of me, and I think that you guys would actually like it. Some of you would like it. Some of you might just be like, "Oh, stick to sports. You know, stick to just calling the games." I tell you all to shut up. No, I'm kidding. But no, it's okay. Not everybody's gonna like every aspect of me. Here comes Alec Bohm. The pitch. That's a foul ball. Shantae would like it. Thanks, Shantae. I appreciate you. Just do it live. We should, oh my gosh, if I ever go to Thailand, of course you know I'm going to be live streaming with BW. If I ever do make it out there. Of course. 0-1 pitch. That's outside for a ball. One ball, one strike. We're in the top of the 7th. And the 1-1 pitch to Bohm. This one is fouled over towards the first base side, and now to play it goes. Of course, they scored all their runs, or almost all their runs, when I was having my technical difficulties. I hate OBS. But I also appreciate it. Pitch to Bohm. Line drive. Base hit out to right field. And Alec gets on with his 3rd hit of the day. It's another opposite field single. And there's one on in the top of the 7th. Here's the pitch to Castellanos. There's a ground ball. It's hit over to shortstop to throw the second. There's one, and that's all that they're going to get. 6-4 on the fielder's choice. Jimenez sort of fumbled the ball. He tried to get it into his throwing hand. I think if I was an animal, I feel like a perfect animal for me would be a frog. I do. I'm quiet, but then once there's a fly in there, it's mine. It's mine. I feel like that's my animal. What's your animal? If you were to be another animal besides a human, what animal would you be? What animal do you think best represents yourself? This is so bad. What do you mean? Phillies are up 7-1. There's still time. The ball's 1 strike. Max Kepler's up. 0-1 pitch. That's outside for a ball. JJ, you are Kermit the Frog. Patrick Mahomes sounds like Kermit the Frog. I could live on flies. I'd say, get out of my way. It's mine. 1-1. It's outside for ball 2. PJ says he'd be a panther. Search says a dragon. 2-1 pitch, and that's outside for ball 3. Larry says he'd be a sloth. Why? So I could eat you. Three balls, 1 strike. Kepler's up. And the pitch. Foul ball. I'd be a snail. I like their speed. Snails are very underrated when it comes to their speed. Also, turtles are too. Do not underestimate a turtle's speed. Do not do that. Because some of these turtles are fast. Some of them are faster than you think. 3-2. Foul ball. But yeah, I think a frog. A frog would be good for me. Plus, my mom's favorite animal is a frog. Three balls, 2 strikes. 5 seconds left on the pitch clock. 3-2. Foul ball. Four seconds left on the pitch clock. Good at bat here by Kepler. And the payoff pitch, here it is. Strike 3 called. That was a fastball right down Broad Street. I jinxed it. He put up a good fight and then just watches a fastball go by. Nice. Two outs, top of the 7th, and now JT is up. And he takes the first pitch outside for a ball. Next pitch, and it's taken for ball 2. Two-0 pitch. That's a called strike. What the heck are they showing? You tried catnip once when you were young and stupid. Pitch to JT. There's a fly ball. It's hit over towards the left field side, and it is a foul ball. Oh, you tried smoking catnip. Yeah, how did that go? That thing was just foul. So now we talked about animals. What about characters? I don't know what character I would be. I think I'd be a good Willy Wonka. I do. I think I'd be a good Willy Wonka. 2 balls, 2 strikes. to JT Realmuto. And the pitch. It's down for ball 3. What movie character would you be? Three balls, 2 strikes. 2 away, top of the 7th. JT is in the box. 7-1 Phils. 2 outs and the 3-2 pitch on the way, swing and a miss. And we are going to the bottom of the 7th inning. It is 7-1 Phils. All right, it's trivia time. We'll get back to that question about the characters. I am going to ask you a Phillies trivia question, and if you get it right, you will hear this. If you get it wrong, you will hear this. Okay. We talk about the 93 team a lot. Okay? The 93 team had 4 All-Stars. Who were they? Who were the 4 All-Stars on the Phillies in the 1993 season? Bomb. Yukon Cornelius. I don't know Yukon Cornelius. There's some TV shows I'd have to watch and movies I have to catch up on. The 1993 All-Stars. There were 4 of them. Mitch Williams. No. Utley. Green. And Holland. You mean Mulholland? I'll say Mulholland is 1. Kruk was 1. Dalton was another. Schilling, no. And Dykstra, no. Dalton, yes. So Dalton, someone said Mulholland, and the other one was Kruk. There's one more. Morandini. No. One more. Darren Dalton, John Kruk, Terry Mulholland, and one more. Hamels. Wrong decade. One more. Bottom of the 7th, Joe Ross is pitching against Andres Jimenez, and the pitch is in there for a strike. Abreu. Kruk, Dalton, Mulholland, and Jackson. Was it Allen? Ruth. 0-1 pitch. Line drive. Nice catch by Bryson Stott. Dave Hollins. Good job. Very good job, folks. Darren Dalton, Dave Hollins, John Kruk, and Terry Mulholland were all All-Stars from that 1993 Phillies team. Good job. All-Stars on the Phillies. Yes. Very good one. Was that a good trivia question? The pitch on the way, and that's taken for a ball. I thought that was pretty good. 1 ball, no strikes. Bottom of the 7th, 1 out. Bo Bichette is up. And the pitch. That's taken for a strike. Joe! What's up, Joe? Joe, tell me what one of your biggest pet peeves is. Rollins was incorrect, by the way. I played the wrong one. 1 ball, 1 strike. And the pitch. Swinging a foul ball. Stott made a nice catch. He did. '93 was the year I smoked catnip, so I don't remember. It's funny because you were talking about the catnip, so that was funny. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 1 out, bottom of the 7th. 3 seconds left on the pitch clock. Bo Bichette's in the box. Joe Ross pitching, and the 2-2 on the way. Swing and a miss at 96 miles per hour, and there's 1 away. Cha-ching! Smoking cat. Did I say 1 away? I meant to say there's 2 away. Here's Vladdy Guerrero Jr. And he takes a 95-mile-per-hour heater for a strike. Calling into the postgame show or leave a voicemail on the JJ hotline 610-314-0844. Let's talk about this game. Let's talk all about it. 0-1 to Guerrero, and he'll ground this one over to third. It's backhanded by Bohm on the ground. He'll pick it up. He'll throw it to first, and he'll get it in time for out number 3. All right, we're going to the top of the 8th. If Joe Ross gets a 1-2-3 inning, he's definitely getting drug tested. It's his MPP. Yeah, let's test him for catnip. That's just funny to me. That's very funny to me. Cubs are up 8-3. Oh, I picked up their pitcher today. He must have did good, right? He did good. 5 in the 3rd, 6 hits, 3 earned runs. He did okay. He'll get the win. He'll get the win. It's all right. I need the fantasy points this week. I really do. Royals at bases loaded, top of the 5th. And the tying runs up. They're down 7-3. Give him some more catnip. That inning went well. Catnip is legal, baby. Oh, you guys are so sweet. You guys are funny. You really are. Hit the thumbs up button. Hit the subscribe button as well, folks. You know what I learned about myself the other day? I learn a lot about myself. I really do. But something else that I learned about myself, and maybe this doesn't surprise a lot of people. I didn't really learn it the other day. I learned about it a while ago. I lied. If it's hot in the room, I don't like to sleep under the blankets. I really don't. I don't like sleeping under the blankets. It has to be like really cold in the room in order for me to actually fall asleep. It does. Like, it has to be cold. If I want to get under the blankets, it's going to have to be cold in the room. It is. Does anybody else like to sleep in the heat, or not in the heat, but like in hotter temperatures? Let me know. Cuz to me it has to be cold. Like it has to be. It has to be cool or something like that. I make the room cold and get under the covers to sleep. That's good for you. I like that. It's hard. It's hard though, like when you have a family, because when you're by yourself, like that's cool. But when you have a family, it's like, well, you can't play with the AC, like you can't play with the heat, and so you gotta accommodate to everybody's needs. You just do. You do. I mean, even if I open the windows, it doesn't necessarily mean it's gonna get cold. Search says I like it when it's hot. Search, we're not gonna be good roommates then. I'm sorry. Fun with a girlfriend, JJ. They like to sleep in weird temps. Yeah, I know. to me, like, it's just weird, but I have to be understanding, of course. Like, I get that, but man, that's the one concern I have. Like, when if I get into a serious relationship with somebody, she's gonna, if she likes it hot. I mean, I gotta accommodate for her. I understand that. I totally do, but I'll have to get used to that. I'll just have to get used to it. I don't know what else to say, but I'm not looking forward to that. If you drink until you pass out, it doesn't matter. You could be fully dressed. You won't care. Well, it's also if you exercise, then you'll just physically tire yourself out. And I guess I could do that more before I go to bed, but I like to exercise in the morning. Showers at night, though, are pretty good. What's up, Doug? How are you? Whoever just subscribed, thank you. Top of the 8th inning, it's 7-1 Phillies. Brandon Marsh is up. The pitch is on the outside edge for a strike. Need some water. Oh, 1 pitch. This one's popped up into foul territory over towards the third base side, and then it'll be caught by Ernie Clement. Yeah, exercise. That's fun, too. Yeah, I could be playing pickleball. Old man Ferguson, even though you don't like it when we call it that. It's a pet peeve. Exercising sucks. The feeling after you exercise is so good. I'm sorry, I don't know about you, but, like, that feeling that you get, like that adrenaline rush after you exercise or after you run, it feels so good. It's just the fact of just, like, building that up, and, like, the before the workout and that type of stuff, it doesn't really feel as good, like, before that feeling. But then it's, like, the afterward feeling where you just, I don't know, like, you have confidence. You do. I love that feeling. 1 ball, 1 strike. The pitch. That's outside for ball 2. I walk and watch my diet. Lost 15 pounds last 2 months. Good for you, man. Let's go. Seriously, good for you. 2 balls, 1 strike, and the pitch to Stott. That's fouled away over towards the third base side. After I work out, I'm like, why did I work out? That was dumb, says Peso. I have the opposite feeling. See, after I work out, I feel like I'm a bad, I almost cursed. I feel like I'm a badass. I do. I feel like I can conquer the world. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 1 out in the top of the 8th inning. 5 seconds left on the pitch clock. Swanson's pitching. It's Eric Swanson. 2-2 pitch. This one's fouled away. Nothing makes you feel better rather than smoking the catnip. We're going back to the catnip. 2 balls, 2 strikes. And the pitch to Stott. This one's popped up again over towards shallow left field. Schneider gets under it, makes the catch. There's out number 2. Every day I don't work out, and I've never regretted it. Well, good for you. As long as you feel good, that's what matters. They say pickleball's for the wealthy. Who says that? I've never heard that before. The pitch, swing and a miss. On the right behind home plate, the advertisement, they have an Ozempic advertisement. I've never seen that before. I've never seen Ozempic being advertised behind home plate. I've seen like Cure Auto Insurance and other stuff, but not Ozempic. 0-1, swing and a miss. The count is 0-2 to Trey Turner. 8 seconds left on the pitch clock. Turner today 2 for 4. Had the 2-run homer back in the first. 0-2. That's down and out for a ball. Scott says, I worked out when I played sports, and when I retired at 30, I stopped, and I never regretted it. One-two pitch. That's down for ball 2. Sam wants to know, JJ, what are the odds that we make it to the World Series? What are the actual odds? I could actually look that up for you during the break. 2 balls, 2 strikes. The pitch to Trey. It's up high and away for ball 3. What are the odds for the Phillies to make it to the World Series? 3-2 to Trey Turner. Fly ball hit out to deep left field. That's going back towards the track. Number 2 for Trey Turner. 8-1. Turner goes yard not once but twice. Good swing. Two outs. Here's Bryce Harper. And the pitch that he takes is a four-seamer at the knees for strike 1. According to Gemini, it says that the Phillies have a plus 700 odds of making the World Series. That's according to DraftKings PA Sportsbook. 0-1. This is popped up over towards the third base side in foul territory. The catch is made for out number 3. And Harper's retired. But Trey Turner hits not 1, but 2 homers in this game. And we're going to the bottom of the 8th. 8-1 Phils. ESPN bet says plus 850 that the Phillies... Oh, wait, that's to win the World Series. No, I want to know to go to the World Series. To go. Oh, my gosh. To go to the World Series. I don't care about winning the World Series. I don't know. Crazy. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Chat's going crazy. Jason Stauffer. Jason Joseph, I'm sad. I was changing the channels during a break in the Phillies game, and who did I hear cheering for the New York Yankees on TBS? The new voice of MLB on TBS, Tom McCarthy. So sad. Oh, well. That's an L. That is an L, for sure. But you know what? You're probably going to hear that from me, too, one day. I hate to be that guy. If I get offered to fill in for somebody else's channel, if I get offered a job, can't be biased. You can't. I know. I know it's hard to swallow. I get it. I know. But they're just doing their job. And I know it sucks. The Royals just took the lead. Holy cow. The Royals were down 7-3, and they took the lead, and they're up 8-7. It was really 7-2. They were down 7-2. Wow, what a comeback. 1 ball, no strikes. Top bottom of the 8th inning. The pitch to George Springer. It's fouled off over towards the first base side. Don't forget to like. Guys, did we get to 200 likes yet? We're at 218 people on here. Let's go. 218 people that are freaks. 1-2 pitch. And a cold strike 3 at the knees. Max Lazar throws a laser right at the knees. Bullseye. David's excited to see Abel pitch tomorrow. I'm very excited to see Abel pitch tomorrow. Have a seat. Here's the pitch. And that's down for a ball. One up pitch on the way. That's low and outside. We have 137 likes. Come on, let's get to 200. We got to get to 200, baby. Come on. Let's go. Got to change the poll question. 2-0 pitch. That's down and in for ball 3. Let's go, folks. All right, so Schwarber does win. Wheeler and Harper were tied. Wow. I did not. I couldn't believe that. 3-0 pitch, and that's up high and inside for ball 4. And Alejandro Kirk gets on with a walk. Start a poll. Can we get to 200 likes? 62 more subs for us to get to 6K. Let's go. Whoever just subscribed, thank you, thank you, thank you so much. The pitch. It's a 94-mile-per-hour fastball in there for strike 1. I don't have to worry about vertical chat, guys. No more. We're done with it. We're done with it. 0-1 pitch. Swing and a miss. Another 94-mile-per-hour heater. Braden Fisher is warming up in the Jays pen, and he will pitch the 9th. Like it up. 0-2, and it's upstairs for a ball. One-two pitch. That's outside for ball 2. Flaquito. I hope I said that correctly. Flaquito Ramirez. Welcome aboard, my friend. Arg. 2-2 pitch. That's outside for ball 3. We're not Buccaneers. We're not Pirates. We're Phillies freaks. But welcome to the crew. Payoff pitch on the way, and there's a high fly ball hit out to deep right field, and it is long gone. Holy cow. Jeez. It said that it just went 373 feet, but it looked like it went further than that. It's a 5-run ball game in the bottom of the 8th inning with 1 out. TJ Coffey's here. What's up, TJ? How are you? Thanks so much for stopping by. Two-run homer. Didn't I just say that? I think I did. 8-3. The pitch. It's outside for a ball. Resubscribe. My name is Dave Mole. Dave, you know, you're the man, dude. Shout out to Dave. 1 ball, 1 strike. 1 out, bottom of the 8th. And here's the pitch. It's taken down for ball 2. 2 balls, 1 strike. Lazar comes set, deals, and it's fouled away. Oh, we've been streaming for 2 hours, 20 minutes. Not bad. We should be towards the 2-hour 50 marker, but it's all right. 2-2 pitch, and that's up high for ball 3. Somebody has to get warmed up. Somebody has to get warmed up in the bullpen. There's Rob just looking down. 3-2, and that's outside for ball 4. And there's another walk. You know what my biggest pet peeve is? My biggest pet peeve is watching this bullpen collapse time and time again. That's my pet peeve. Make a move. I demand for change. You know, what I actually should do is I should run for manager. I should run for manager. I should actually make like a whole agenda. Maybe you know what? I'll do that for tomorrow. I will. I will make a speech during tomorrow's stream, and I will talk about why I would be a great manager for the Philadelphia Phillies. And I will give a whole list of bulletin points, and I will go over my resume and everything. I will actually do that. Manager for the Phillies. Why JJ should be the manager. Bottom of the 8th, 1 out, a runner on at first, and the pitch, it's a curveball. It's in there for a strike. Do it, JJ. Run for manager. Yeah. I'm doing it. Here's the 0-1. There's a ground ball. It's hit over to shortstop to tag. The second, there's one. The throw to first in time for a double play. And we're going to the top of the 9th. Here we go, baby. He got out of the inning. Woo! Schwarber, Bohm, and Castellanos are coming up to the plate. As manager for the Philadelphia Phillies, I'm not going to ruin anything. I'm not going to spoil anything. You thought I was going to spoil something. No. I'm saving it all for tomorrow. What would I do as manager of the Phillies? I'm not giving you my secrets. The bullpen was great last year. Yeah, the bullpen was great last year. When you had Jeff Hoffman, Jose Alvarado, Orion Kirkering, Matt Strahm, Jose Ruiz was a lot better than he was this year. Yeah, you had good guys. You just did. I don't know. Can't do any worse. JJ could also do a 76ers manager stream. A coaching stream? I'm not running. I'm not coaching that team. Nah. No, I'm not. I can't deal with that. I can't deal with all those egos there. No, I'm sorry. I can't do that. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I wish. I ain't coaching the Eagles either. I ain't messing anything up with them. But as much as I've been nice to Rob, there's no doubt about it. He makes some egregious decisions. He does. It's time for change. I will make a whole agenda as to why I will be a good manager. I'm lying here after getting my eardrops contemplating my life as a Blue Jays fan. Dallas. Okay. Dallas. Hi. I know. It's been a while. It's been a very long time since the Blue Jays have won anything. It's never too late, though, Dallas. You have a chance to rewrite history here by joining the red side. You do. It's always here for you in case you ever want to come home. It's always here. I'm just saying. The door is open and you're welcome anytime. Braden Fisher is going to pitch. No balls, 2 strikes, top of the 9th. Phillies lead it 8-3. 0-2 pitch on the way, swing and a miss. Kyle Schwarber has struck out again. I can't handle responsibility. I wouldn't want to be a mod. You mean for the Sixers? Here's the pitch. This one's fouled away. But your name is Dallas, so not likely. Hey, Paula, I mean, the last time I checked, we do have a guy named Dallas Goedert on our Eagles team. We also had a guy named Dallas Green that played for the Phillies. So, looks can be deceiving. But you kind of have to remember that there is still some good Dallases. There are. 1 ball, 1 strike. And the pitch. That's a foul ball. JJ, can you do a hockey playoff stream? Yeah, I'm going to be doing Game 4 of the Stanley Cup Finals. I'm good, Serge. Thanks for asking. I'm blue to the core, dude, on the field and on the ice. I'm just saying. 1-2 pitches. A ground ball hit slowly over towards third base, and Bowman's going to get an infield single as he hustles and has himself a 4-hit game. There we go. An infield single for Alec Bohm. When was the last time Bohm had a 4-hit game? Had to have been last year, right? Can somebody fact check me on that? Anybody? Here comes Casty, and he takes low for a ball. I'd rather see a hockey stream than the snooze fest that is the NBA, says Doug. Yeah, I'll do the Stanley Cup Finals. I'll do Game 4. 1-0 pitch to Casty. That's in there for a strike. Run, Bo must run. 1 ball, 1 strike. I agree with you, though, on the Dallas thing, Paula. It's just that you have to also remember that there were some good Dallases here in Philadelphia. 1-1. Foul ball. So Bohm has a 4-hit game. When was the last time Bohm had a 4-hit game? One ball, 2 strikes. And the pitch. It's outside for ball 2. Every time the Phillies lose, they sin. They sin or they sing or they pray. They pray with the Analytics Bible. 2-2 pitch. Here it is. Swing and a miss. And Nick Castellanos, he's 0 for 4. And Fisher gets his 2nd strikeout. Has Bohm ever had a 4-hit game? Yeah. Somebody fact check it for me. The pitch. And that's up high for a ball. Carlos Hernandez is warming up in the bullpen. Oh, boy. 1-0 pitch, and that's taken down and in for ball 2. Call into the postgame show or leave a voicemail message, 610-314-0844. You can also text the JJ hotline. Let me know what your thoughts are on this game. Would love to get you guys on here. The 2-0 pitch to Kepler, and that's in there at 96 miles per hour for strike 1. According to Google AI, Alec Boehm had a 4-hit game on August 24th. That's correct, against the Reds. Good job. I remember that, too. I do remember that. 2-1 pitch, and that's in there for strike 2. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Fisher comes set and delivers, and the 2-2 is going to bounce in the dirt for ball 3. Guys, hit the thumbs up button. Did we get the 200 likes yet? Let's get to 200. We are at 148. Let's go, baby. 52 more. 52 more to go. Dallas, I'm so happy that you're here. I really am. I miss seeing you on streams. It makes me so happy. Seth Johnson's also warming up in the pen. 3 balls, 2 strikes. And the payoff pitch on the way. Swing and a miss. That was a high fastball. What are we swinging at? We're going to the bottom of the 9th. Straw, Jimenez, and Bichette are due up to bat. Let's go. Pete is also here. Joe is also here. Wow. Tuning in and watching young Joe play ball. Go Phils, go JJ, and go Joe. Hit that thumbs up button, folks. Let's go. 200. We're at 148. Let's hit the 200 marker. Let's go. You're so sweet, JJ. You know I love you. I love you too. I do. I do. It puts a smile on my face every time I see you. Let's go. Let's go. So I smell that catnip now. Never again. Never again am I doing that. That just sounded like I snorted something. You know, Ben Davis, I don't usually... I'm not taking a shot at him, trust me. But Jack was talking the other day about a weird noise that he made during a broadcast. And Jack said, please don't ever, like, Ben, we love you, but please don't ever do that again. Shout out to Fritz. Shout out to WIP. Shout out to all the sports media members that do their job. And that do a good job. Is the puppy doing good? Yeah, she's doing great. She's a lot better. She's doing so much better. Thanks so much for asking. Yeah, the baby's doing good. She's my little sweetie pie. Her name is Reese. She's a golden doodle. Carlos Hernandez is going to pitch this bottom of the 9th. And the pitch on the way, and that's taken for a strike. Dallas said that my little rescue dog went outside, had her cookies, and she is asleep with her nose under her paw in her cage. 0-1 pitch, and that's taken for strike 2. Aww. That's so sweet. I love doggies. Oh-2 pitch. That's taken down for a ball. I feel like I'd be a German Shepherd. Nah, maybe not. No. We'll come up with a dog breed for me. 1-2 pitch. And this is a foul ball. If you have a pet, you are. One, two on the way. Swing and a miss. One away in the bottom of the ninth. Shooting. Carlos Hernandez gets a strikeout. Guys, after this, we got a post-game show. We do. We got a post-game show. 220 people on here watching. Let's get to 200 likes. Let's go, baby. What are we at? We are at 156. 44 more. The pitch. This one's popped up. It's a foul ball. And it goes out of play. 44 more of you. Let's go. You watched the post-game show for Ricky Bo. Got no use for Barkan, Davis, or Amaro. I like them all. 0-1 pitch. This one's fouled away. But Ricky Bo, of course, he is the star of the show. He is. No balls, 2 strikes. And the 0-2 pitch to Jimenez will pop this one up. It's hit out over towards shallow left field. Bohm gets under it, though, makes the catch on the outfield grass, and there's 2 away. One more, baby. Let's go. One more to go. Hit the thumbs up button. We're at 156. Oh, we're so close. Let's get to 200, man. Two outs, bottom of the ninth. Bo Bichette is up. And the first pitch is way outside for a ball. Hernandez has a 6.14 ERA, 20 strikeouts on the season. 1-0 pitch on the way. There's a fly ball. It's hit out towards shallow left field. Kepler comes jogging in. He'll make the catch, and the Phillies finally end the 4-game losing streak. And they beat the Toronto Bluejays in Game 1 of this 3-game in Game 1 of this 3-game set at the Rogers Center. Ring the bell. The Philadelphia Phillies win. I couldn't get the closer right, but it's all right. We got the win. Okay. I'll take that. Nice. All right. First and foremost, if you guys are gonna leave, okay, that's fine. But if you guys are gonna stay on, we got a post-game show after this. 610-314-0844. I see somebody's calling the hotline right now. Leave a voicemail message. I will be sure to get you guys on for the post-game show in just a little bit, I promise. But you can also leave your thoughts on the hotline, too. Something else I wanted to say. Yeah. I'll get into all my thoughts, and we will break it all down. We promise. We'll break it all down. I'll let you know what I liked today, what I didn't like, and we will definitely do that. There was one other thing I wanted to say, too, and I forget what that was. Dallas sent me a picture. What was the picture? I have to see it now. I got to see it. There we go. There's the doggy. Oh, he's so cute. He's a cute one. See a chihuahua? Huh, he's so sweet. I can stick around a bit before I clock in. Sounds good. Yeah. Overall thoughts, it's about time. It's about time that they got the W. It is. Bowden Francis was absolutely terrible today, but the Phillies They beat them, and that's how they won the game. They put up runs in that first inning. Trey Turner had a nice swing. Bryce Harper had a good swing. Good for him to be back. And that's how they won today. It was a smooth sailing type of a game. I still have my concerns about the bullpen. I'm going to dive all into it, I promise you. But one word to describe that game. Let us know down below. Give me about 2 minutes, okay? Just give me 2 minutes, and then I will come back, and we will dissect everything, okay? We will absolutely talk about this puppy, and I will see you really soon, all right? 2 minutes. 2 minutes. I'm going to start the countdown timer right now. Again, just 2 minutes. All right? See you soon. Don't go anywhere. 1 second. Graduated from Rowan University in the spring of 2022 with a sports communication and media degree. I got to actually call minor league baseball and G League basketball games while I was in school. And then I graduated, and as soon as I graduated, I went to NFL Films in Mount Laurel, New Jersey. And as much as I loved that experience, I miss putting on the headsets. I decided, you know what, talk is cheap. I have a laptop that's in my house, and so 21 months later, here we are, still on YouTube, calling games and building an incredible, loving community on here with the people that I call my Philly freaks with a capital P and a capital H. We go live for every single Phillies, Sixers, and Eagles game, and we do it like old school radio play-by-play style. I'm Jason Joseph, and this is Play-by-Play with JJ. I showed a swung on barrel. Out to right field. Bye-bye baseball.
That baby is long gone.
Well, folks, we got a win. We got a W in the books, and it feels good to be back on the winning side of things. Yes. We won a ball game. I'll say it again. We won a ball game. The losing streak is over, and we beat the Blue Jays. Okay. I was having some technical difficulties, so of course they were going to get runs while I was having some technical difficulties. But you know what? It is what it is. I'm happy that they scored runs. I'm happy that they fought in that first inning. Bowden Francis was an absolute shell of himself, and he has just not been the same ever since last year. He's not the same pitcher. I mean, the last time he pitched, he did go 5 innings. He did have 6 strikeouts. But overall, the pitches that he's just been throwing this year, it has just been a complete difference of what he was throwing last year. Last year, he was able to locate the sliders and have really, really good velocity on all the fastballs that he threw. Tonight specifically, it was absolutely not the case. And the Phillies made him pay. They did. They made him pay, and they took advantage early on. It all started with Bryson Stott getting on with that walk, and then Trey Turner hitting that 2-run homer. That's how you set the tone. Sometimes we get annoyed with this team when they're not taking advantage of bad pitches and of bad pitching. And today they did that. Today I thought that they capitalized early on, and they did what they had to do against Bowden Francis. The Brewers, in all 3 of those games, and this is the last time I'm going to talk about the Brewers, but their agenda was to get Christopher Sanchez out, get Jesus Luzardo out, get Zach Wheeler out of the game, and get to the bullpen. And it worked all weekend long. And the Phillies had a very good strategy coming on into today. They had a good game plan against Bowden Francis, and that's why you got the win today, and you took him out of the game. I personally thought that John Schneider waited too long to take him out, but that's neither here nor there. I don't cover the Blue Jays, and so I'm not really going to go far into that. But again, the Phillies made the Blue Jays pay. They just did. Good swing by Bryce. My MVP for today is Trey Turner. Trey Turner is my MVP for today. First time this year I have said that. When you have 2 homers in a game, you're probably going to win the MVP of the game. Some could argue that Christopher Sanchez pitched really well. And Sanchez, we'll get to him in just a little bit. Again, if you guys want to call into the show, you can. You can. I will be taking phone calls. I also will be taking text messages or just voicemail messages. And we can talk more about this. All Super Chats do go to the top. If you guys have anything else that you want to say that you think is something that I should read, I may not always read your messages on YouTube, but all supers do go to the top. They are the biggest priority, for sure. Yes. Let's talk about Trey Turner. Trey Turner today played very good baseball. Trey Turner at the plate found his power. Keep the ball rolling, Trey. Keep the ball rolling. The one thing that I loved about his at-bats today, when I dissect what happened at the plate that he did differently, I thought that he was really patient on his pitches that he got that were out of the yard. I thought that he didn't force the swings. When I watched him at the plate, he looked like he had that. He looked loose. You know, he wasn't in the batter's box stiff with his stance. It was more open, loosey-goosey type of a vibe from Trey. I don't know if that makes sense or not, but look, extending your hitting streak now to 6 games in a row, I could care less about that. What I do care about, though, is that you're not just getting singles. You're putting ones into the gaps. And the power's just naturally coming back. He's doing better. Had a terrible April. A really bad April. A good May overall. And he's doing better. From a $300 million player, though, still need more. Need better defense from you. But I'll tell you, a 2-homer game is not something to sneeze at. Show up tomorrow and have a good game there, too. Kyle Schwarber, 0 for 5. Not really going to get on him today. I did not like some of the pitches that he swung at. He had that one changeup, and I think it was the third at-bat, where the count was 2-2, and he chased after it, and it didn't really look like it had a lot of bite to it, the changeup, and I'm like, Kyle's really not much of a chaser. And for him to chase there, I thought that was a head-scratcher type of a moment for me, because he doesn't, again, like, go after pitches that are low and away, like Ryan Howard did, or sometimes Bryce does that. Bryce really goes after the high ones, but, you know, you have Castellanos goes fishing after low pitches that are way outside of the zone. I was really surprised that Schwarber did that a couple of times in this game. He's been doing it a little bit more frequently now. I don't know why, but I hope that stops. Boom. 4 for 5 today. Yeah, made contact with the baseball. Went the opposite way. Yeah, one of them, though, was a lucky hit. And 2 of them were grounded out over to right field. We're not getting what we want out of Bohm. It's the truth. There's so much more in that wingspan, in that bat that he has, that I just feel like he's not unloading. I just don't. A guy that's 6'5", that's as tall as he is, that has a big frame as he does, he just, for him to just get opposite field dinky singles, like, it's cringy. It is. I don't sneeze at the 4 hits. I just wish that he could do more. I watch him at the plate sometimes, and I feel sad. I thought that he could be more than what he's been showing us. And for him to go to the opposite way, it's nice, but just show me some power. Show me some power in the bat. Castellanos. Nick Castellanos. He's just, at this point, man, he is who he is. He went 0 for 4 today. He got hit by a pitch in the first. He grounded into a fielder's choice in the 7th. Struck out swinging in the 9th. Struck out looking in the 5th. That strikeout that he had in the 5th where he was caught looking, I think it was like a 2-2 count. I thought that he should have swung at that pitch. Kepler also had a pitch, too, and so did Brandon Marsh. Marsh, I think it was the first inning. It was in the first inning where he worked up a 3-0 count, and the count comes back to being 3-2, and he just looks at a fastball that's at the knees for strike 3, and I'm like, what are you looking at? Kepler, too, had a pitch that was down the middle on a full count that he just watched went by. Got to be better. 8 runs. Nice. But you got 6 runs against the starter, and then you went quiet. 7 runs against the starter, and then it was just Trey's homer in the 8th inning. That was the other noise. So that's really how I feel. I know it doesn't sound like I'm not happy. I am happy that they got the win. I just wish that the offense wasn't as streaky as it is. I'm tired. I'm tired of watching this team just go through slumps the way that they do. And to me, it didn't really feel like that they absolutely dominated this game. Like, they dominated the start, but then it was just like they went quiet. You're going to have games like that, I understand, but we've had that more times than not. More times than not. Stott 1 for 4 today. I thought that he had a good day. I take back what I said about him in the leadoff spot. I like him in the leadoff spot. I thought that maybe you should slide down, keep him there. Last thing I'll say about the offense, and then, again, we're going to open it up to you guys. Again, calling into the show, 610-314-0844. That's the phone number. That's how you get a hold of me. That's how you calling in. The JT Realmuto stuff, let's dissect it. It's been a while. We've seen JT throughout this whole entire season. He cannot hit. He just can't hit. I don't think that a lot of sports talk radio stations have really been talking about it. JT has really just been such a negative at the plate for you. And that's another reason why I kind of am looking into this Rhys Hoskins thing and thinking about getting another right-handed bat. Because JT really doesn't do anything. He grounds into double plays, and he doesn't hit for power. He doesn't get the doubles anymore. You know, he's not 2022 JT. And I love JT. I've been a big fan of JT. I really have. And I still think that he has value calling games and throwing out runners. I do. I still think he has value with that. I think that he's a very good defensive catcher, and he knows how to call a game correctly. But there's two sides of the plate. And offensively speaking, he's been a liability. Tonight, I'm watching him at the plate, and he got on with a single. It was back up the middle. And that would load the bases. And then he walked. But I'm watching him just get on top of these fastballs, on top of these off-speed pitches, and it's like choking up for him. It doesn't matter. I remember last year he was working more on his front foot step when he was swinging at pitches, and that did seem to make a difference in the second half. He was batting better. He looked like when he was swinging at the plate, it was more of a complete swing and more of a complete follow-through on the swing, if that makes sense. But this year, doesn't matter if he chokes up or not. The timing looks off. And he's just not driving the ball. He's getting on top of it. And I don't really know if that's a Kevin Long issue or if it's a combination of him and Kevin Long just not working on adjusting and executing. But it's a problem. And it's been a problem for a little bit of time. I know that one of our viewers on here, Jack, has been very vocal about JT not being a good hitter at the catcher position. And he's right. He's right. I'll get into the starting pitching. I thought Christopher Sanchez did okay today. He did escape that bases loaded jam in the bottom of the fifth. And that was nice that he was able to do that. I thought against, a better opponent like the Mets or something, he would have gotten eaten up there. Facing, I know Vladdy was up, and Vladdy's a very good hitter overall, but it could have been a lot worse. 4 walks is not a good sign for Sanchez. But 1 run, 6 innings. He did what you needed him to do. Rob waited too long to get somebody warmed up in the pen. And actually, I don't even think he had anybody warming up in the pen during that 5th inning with the bases loaded. It's a problem when you're facing upper echelon teams. But they got away with it. Joe Ross pitched well. Max Lazar stunk today. And Carlos Hernandez pitched good in the 9th. I still feel the way that I feel about this bullpen. Let Taijuan Walker pitch. Bring up Mick Abel. I still think he should go to the bullpen. Somebody has to go to the pen. You have a lot of good starters. Somebody has to go to the bullpen. And I'm just going to keep banging that drum. You need help. This bullpen is terrible. It is. So overall, my thoughts. Yes, they won the game. Yes, they took Bowden Francis out. I might sound like I'm being tough on them, but this was not really an impressive win for me. This was like, all right, they got back on track. They got a win, which was important. But I'm not jumping for joy. See how they do tomorrow. Get another win tomorrow, take the series. And that's where I stand. All right. Let's get into text messages. And again, calling into the show, 610-314-0844. We'll break down all your comments, and I would love to hear what you guys have to say. It's nice that Christopher got run support today. I'll tell you that. That was good. Christopher, I feel like, doesn't really get a lot of run support, even though he's 5-1 on the season. He did get a lot of it, though, today. 7 hits, 6 runs in that first inning. That certainly does help. What's going on? What do people have to say? JJ, how active has their bullpen been? Could be a reason they kept with him. Kept with who? Joe Ross? Oh, you're talking about Toronto? You're talking about Toronto's pen with Bowden Francis? I mean, I haven't really been keeping track of what happened this weekend. So you could be right. You could be onto something there. But even still, if you're Toronto, you're trying to squeeze the lemon out of your starter when he's clearly getting shelled out there, it still isn't the right philosophy. You're 5.5 games behind the Yankees. You're trying to make noise. You can't be giving away games. You can't. Or else you're putting in the towel. So, while I don't know what happened this weekend for the Blue Jays, and if they did use their pen a lot, still got to go out there and try to win. Your guy's getting shelled. You can't just leave him out there. That's a Rob Thompson type of a move, if that's what you're referring to. So, if we could get Turner's fielding to be as decent as his batting, we would be fine. The problem is that it's not. It's not going to change. Trey Turner is who he is. And you're going to have to get creative. You're going to have to get creative. He's not going to go in center field. he's just he is who he is. He's at shortstop, and that's it. You got to work around it. But it's problematic. It's problematic when you have a guy who doesn't know where second base is on defense. It's a problem when every time he fields a ground ball, he doesn't get the glove down on the ball on the ground. He's like afraid to touch the ground. Or sometimes he will touch the ground and the hop is higher. These are fundamentals. And part of the problem, I blame, is not just on Trey, it's also on Bobby Dickerson. Dickerson is looked upon as this great infield coach. These are the types of things that need to be worked on during practice. They have to be worked on. And sometimes when he throws the ball over to first, he'll make a careless throw and not fully follow through on the throw over to first. That's a problem. But it's not going to change. It's just not. So in order for you to make the most out of it, he's going to have to hit homers. He's going to have to get on base, and he's going to have to get you runs. And that's okay. That's fine. If he's not a good defensive shortstop, that's okay. But you got to make up for it. And you got to be smart at the plate. And you're going to have to drive in runs. That's just what it's going to have to come down to. How can Trey Turner help the team? Because guess what? When Bryce wasn't here, guess who the Phillies looked up to as the leader of the team? With Kyle. Trey. Trey's your second most paid player on this team. Your second highest paid player on this team. With great money comes great responsibility. I know it's power, but you got paid. You get paid the big bucks, you show up, and you have to get used to the criticism. Larry says first 5 hitters were 9 of 22 with 3 homers, 3 walks, 6 RBI, and 6 runs. That's counting Schwarber's over. Yeah. They took Bowden Francis out of the game, and they capitalized on the bad pitches that he had. I think that my built-in frustration has just been with the streakiness of this ball club when it comes to their offense. And obviously the bad bullpen that they have, which still needs to be figured out, needs to be addressed. And I don't know if they're even going to figure it out. I don't. But they ended the losing streak, and that's a start. That's a start. Kyle got to get back to being picky again. It was working great for him, going back to the chasing. Yeah. He's like the least person, he's the last person that you should worry about when it comes to pitch selection, because usually he's locked in at the plate. I always go back to that at-bat that he had off of Chad Green last year. You work up a count 0-2, and you foul off pitches, and there was that one pitch that he took in that at-bat in that 9th inning last year when he led the comeback, right, where it was a good pitch, it was a good slider, but he took it. We remember that at-bat that Bryce had against the Padres in the NLCS where he got a good slider from Robert Suarez, and he took that pitch. That's how you know when he's locked in. Same thing with Kyle. And he's just not been locked in. And again, like I'm not concerned about it. I'm not like that's the least of my concerns right now. But it's just something to note. It's not like him to go fishing after bad pitches. He's not a chaser. He's just not. He's a better baseball player than that. But it's something to keep your eye on. Shante wants to know, is he naturally a big home run guy, Alabama? No. But again, there's a lot in that frame of his, and it's like watching in some ways, and I hate to make this comparison, but it's kind of like watching, I can't really think of a baseball one, but basketball-wise, the only other guy I could think of, or football-wise, I'll tell you this, it's like watching Carson Wentz. That's a bad one. Because Carson, when I think about like the long ball, I think about the bombs, right? Like for a quarterback. Like Carson could throw the deep ball. I would say Ben Simmons. Ben had all the gifts in the world. He had the athleticism in the world and just never made the most out of it. And Bohm's not doing that either. He's not making the most out of his power. That's a guy who should be getting you 30 homers. Who should be hitting for average. But it's not in his DNA, I guess. And we've had him now for 6 years? We've done this for 6 years. So what's going to change? Nothing. Thanks so much for coming on here, Doug. I appreciate it. John says, let me guess. All right. And again, you guys can call into the show. I'm going to be on here for a little bit of time. I want to break all this down. I do. I think that we can have a good conversation tonight. Let me guess. Bryce came back. We killed. Bryce gets a crown and is hailed as the savior of the Phillies, and the curse is lifted. Trey Turner was the hero, actually, today. Trey Turner was the player of the game. He was. Trey Turner hit 2 homers today, and he looked good. Bryce had a good swing, though. Went back-to-back with Trey. That was, again, off of a struggling Bowden Francis, but good for Bryce. I mean, for him to come back from the elbow injury, that guy's just a warrior. He really is. Let's see what else we have. 8 runners left on base. Still too many. Yeah, I'm with you. I'm with you. And we couldn't really solve Eric Lauer today, which I thought was kind of weird. Eric Lauer went 4 innings against us and gave up 1 walk, and he had 2 strikeouts. Eric Lauer, out of all people. Same guy that gave up 3 runs against the Rays and that allowed 6 hits. Just really hasn't been so good this year, so I can't understand why we couldn't hit him. I know why. I know why, because he's an off-speed pitcher. He throws a lot of off-speed pitches, not a lot of fastballs, and that is this team's kryptonite. It just is. When you throw hanging curveballs, or you're able to locate it on the outside corner, got to be ready for that as a hitter. You got to foul off those pitches. You got to battle. The Phillies did not battle today against Eric Lauer. They didn't do that. You left a lot of guys on base, and then you couldn't get hits against that guy, which I thought was a problem too. 3 for 8 with runners in scoring position. That's my favorite stat that I always like to look at. You guys know it. Tell you this, though. Your top 3 hitters today, 5 for 12. I'll take that. 5 for 12. 5 runs scored. 3 homers. And 6 RBI. They did your damage. Stott, Turner, and Harper all did the damage. But still too many guys left on base. And still not enough for me to be satisfied. You took the pitcher out of the game. That was the goal. Then you went quiet. Larry says we need a sweep. I don't even know if a sweep would make me feel better. I'd have to see it play out. Them getting swept by the Brewers, it wasn't even just that they got swept by Milwaukee. I felt like that when Bryce went down, they had a chance. They had a golden opportunity to try to go on some type of a run. They didn't have a backbone. They didn't have fire. That's alarming. You would think that one of your best players, some would still say your best player, goes down, your franchise leader, because that's what he is. He's your franchise player. Your franchise player goes down, and the offense just went quiet. That's a problem. It's not the fact that they just got swept by Milwaukee. It's the fact that they did not step up at the plate. And yet their pitching collapsed as well. And the management and the coaching staff allowed for that to happen. The trickle effect of all those things is what really bummed me out this weekend. You should be able to win games without Bryce Harper. There's no excuse. If you have to rely on Bryce to win games, you're not going to the World Series. You're not a World Series contender. Two more and we'll see. Yep. Lazar gave up 2 runs. Ross and Hernandez gave up 0. This bullpen really does need work. They do. Let's go back to that first inning. Okay. 4-pitch walk to start. Turner, to his credit, you fall behind 0-2. Take a splitter and then a 4-seamer, you take advantage of that. And it just goes out of here. Harper falls down in the count 0-2 again. And he homered off of a splitter. That was low and right in his wheelhouse. So, the fact that you're down 0-2, if you're Trey and Bryce, and you go back-to-back, that's awesome. What else? Castellanos got hit, and Bohm got the single. And then Kepler, I'll say one thing about Max Kepler that I do like. Max Kepler is so underrated when it comes to grinding out at bats. This guy fouls off a lot of pitches. He's kind of like Bryson Stott in that way, except more times than not, he comes up empty. The question for him is how can he drive the ball and not just have warning track power? I think he's older, and so I don't really think he has much left in the gas tank, but I will tell you that I actually think overall he does a good job at just putting up pitch counts for pitchers. This guy fouled off a couple of pitches in his first at-bat when the count was still 0-2. And then he got on with a single. And then I'll like look down at the stat sheet, and at least one time a game, he'll have like a 9 to 10 pitch at bat. I know that stuff doesn't show up on the stat sheet, but those little things, they do matter if he's going to try to get a pitcher out of the game. Now, other guys have to follow up, and he does have to get on base, but that kind of is something that I don't really think that we've talked a lot about. But I do notice that for Max, is that he does go deep into counts at least one time a game. Take that for what it is. I still want him to get on base. He was doing that a little bit in April for like a good 3-week stretch where he was getting on. He had that one awesome homer against Mason Miller that I won't forget in the 9th inning. But other than that, it's been underwhelming results. I still think that the way that his process is correct when it comes to battling in counts. He doesn't give up at bats, is what I'm saying. I would love to know what the manager thinks every time he's going to the bullpen. I mean, it's pretty easy to read them. It is. But I really would love to hear his thought process of how he of why he goes to certain pitchers in certain spots. I know that he doesn't like to pitch pitchers 2 days in a row. I get that. I get that that's a part of his philosophy. I get that the lefty-lefty, the righty-righty. Yes, that's all in his philosophy. But why not go to Hernandez in the 7th instead of Joe Ross? Why not go to Jose Ruiz instead of Joe Ross? I'm not telling you that that's the better decision, but I wish that during these post-game press conferences that the reporters would ask those types of questions. I don't really feel like we get a lot of those. We don't get good explanations either. But that's because they don't press him with those types of questions. Phillies manager on Romano. He's a tremendous person. He really is. Great teammate. Treats everybody with respect. He's a Canadian, but he's a competitor too. When he gets on that mound, he turns into a different guy, and I love that about him. Okay. Was looking to see something else, but I haven't really seen any quotes. That was the only quote that I've seen. I don't know. That hurt. It was really rough to watch. Yeah, like the third to the 7th inning was boring. At this point, let's scout the farm system. Larry said it right there. I want to see Crawford. I do too. I do too. I want to see Crawford. I want to see Otto Kemp. I would love it if he got a shot over at third. But again, they're not going to do it because they're just so stubborn with this core. And while I understand that consistency matters, if you have a flaw in your car, if something's not working right, you don't drive it. You get that checked out. You get that part checked out and fixed. Clearly, outfield has been a problem for you. The brake light has been on for a while. The check engine light for the bullpen has been on for a long time. You might want to get that checked out. Just maybe. Not a bad day. Phillies win. Got to drive Big Bird. Had a great plumbing service call. Got tipped a 5-pack of Cohibas. See y'all tomorrow, says John. Congratulations to you, man. Enjoy it. Enjoy it. Seriously. And Jose Ruiz, I don't know if he was DFA'd or not. But I just know that he wasn't the same guy this year that he was last year. Jose Ruiz was DFA'd. Jose Ruiz was gone 15 hours ago. Or 1 day ago. Yes. You're right. Did I say why not go to Jose Ruiz? I was just making that as like, I was putting that in there as just like a point of reference. You know? Why only leave a reliever in one inning when they're doing well? Because it's not in the Bible. I keep going back to that. That's what they live by. That's what they live by. This team is so hard on the analytics. The pitcher has to go 1 inning. It doesn't matter what it is. You have to leave your starting pitcher out there until the analytics tell you you can go to the bullpen. It's the same answers. How many times do we have to go through this? I'm not just saying this to you. It's just, that's just how it goes. It's annoying. It's infuriating. It really is. Who's pitching tomorrow? Tomorrow we got another 7:07 start. We got Mick Abel pitching against Jose Berrios. Berrios, I feel like Berrios, and I hate to say this, I feel like Berrios is going to have a good day against us tomorrow. I just have this gut feeling. He went 6 innings against the Athletics the last time. He had 9 strikeouts. He's given up 3 earned runs in his last 12 innings, and he has struck out 12 batters. I just think tomorrow is just going to be a day where the Phillies are just going to absolutely get fooled with Berrios, and they're going to chase after a lot of pitches, and they're not going to put up good quality at bats. I don't like being this guy. I don't. But my gut is telling me that that's going to happen tomorrow. I'm excited, though, for Mick Abel. Sure. We get to see him back out there on the mound. It's about time. It's about time. Go out there and get your first road win. Berrios is a righty. So Stott's going to be in the lineup tomorrow. He'll be batting in the leadoff spot. And Marsh will also be in the lineup too. But I just have a feeling, I don't know about you, Larry, but I just have a gut feeling that the offense is going to struggle. They're so streaky. When they face ground ball pitchers, I feel like that's their kryptonite. That's what really irks me, because I just don't know. Like these types of pitchers are the guys that they should be absolutely destroying. And they're not doing that this year. But prove me wrong. Show up tomorrow. Get Berrios out of the game, and I'll be happy about that. That'll be a big positive. That'll be a big positive. We better see Romano tomorrow. We better see Strom tomorrow. And we better see Orion tomorrow, too. I don't care what the score is. Losing is contagious with this team, but winning isn't. And then that's a fair statement, too. What do you think about bringing Painter up and putting him in the pen? Says Randy. Good question. You can't do it. The reason why is this. When you're a starting pitcher, okay, this guy, I know that he had Tommy John a couple of years ago. It's been time. But he's in a program now where he is in a routine where he is pitching on 5 days, like every 5 to 6 days. The last thing that you want to do is you don't want to screw up that routine. You don't. If he comes out of the bullpen, he has to warm up every day. He's going to have to... It's a different training style. Like, it's not... You're not, like, throwing 90 pitches a day. You're throwing, like, 12 pitches one day, 13 in 2 days, and it's a different type of a schedule. It's a different type of a program, and I don't want him, with the progress that he's made, imagine them saying to him, oh, well, now you're going to have to come in a couple of times a week, and we're not going to have you start. Like, that's... You have to... It's putting him in a position to fail. Does that make sense? That's the way that I see it. It's a different type of regimen. It's a different type of a routine. So, I really don't want him to come out of the bullpen. Painter's our best prospect to be a starter in the future. You don't want to mess that up. No. You can't mess that up. You cannot mess up Andrew Painter. You can't. In theory, it sounds like it's a good idea. It does. But when you think about it, it makes sense for them not to go to him in the bullpen. Now, Mick Abel to me is different because while Mick Abel is a big part of the future, Abel hasn't had injury, hasn't had any sort of like season-ending injury history, and the stuff that he throws is good bullpen stuff. 97, 98 on the fastball. He's young, and he's a durable type of a guy. And for a young guy like him to come out of the bullpen, I would be fine if they tried it. I would like them to try it. Because he's not on... He's a different player. He's on a different timeline right now. I would prefer them to try him out of the bullpen, but they have to make a move, and again, they're just not being straightforward about it. They're not. They finally told Walker to go to the pen. Somebody needs to have the balls and say, this is what's going to happen for now. You go to the pen. You're a starting pitcher. You're a starting pitcher. You're in the pen. But yet they find ways to gaslight and to sugarcoat things, and then they're like, no, everything's fine. We'll just figure it out as we go. No, they need a plan. They need a plan. And they got to do it now before it gets too late. Because then by trade deadline, we could say, well, guess what? Mick Abel really isn't working out in the pen. Now we need to go after a relief pitcher. Otto Kemp, not working out over at third base or not working out in left field, right? I agree with Ranger too. I think it should be Ranger and Abel. That's where I stand. But the bottom line is that they need to make a move. Just make a decision. Make a decision. Be straightforward with us. Stop letting us speculate what's going to happen. And honestly, it's not even fair to the players. It's really not. You're putting them at a disadvantage too. Because it's the elephant in the room. One of them knows that they're going to get moved, but you're not telling them straight up, and that's not fair to them. No one's talking about that. It's not fair to those guys who go out there every day to work on their bodies, and you're not being straightforward with them. That's just not good business, period. Shake it up, make a decision, and try it. That's it. Simple as that. Same thing with third base. Same thing with left field. They've been trying Otto Kemp out in left. Just bring them up. Bring them up. Try it. I want Justin Crawford out there too. Try it. You got to try. Because clearly Marsh, Wes Wilson, and Rojas aren't doing anything. So, that's my whole spiel about that. Bring up Crawford. Bring up Otto. Get the young guys up here. Stop waiting for them until they're 29, 30 years old before it gets too late. They did that with Biddle. They did that with all these other guys. J.P. Crawford. I can go on and on about it. They did that with a lot of people. And it's sad. It's very sad. Because that's not what minor leaguers are for. Minor leaguers are there. You're a minor league player so that you can develop to become a major league player when the time comes. And it's not when you're 30 years old. It's not when you're 31. You can't just wait and wait. Unless you have unless you have a stacked team. Which they don't. They're not stacked. They need help. But we'll see what happens tomorrow. Again, text on in if you guys want to chime on into this. That's really all I got, though. I think that we went long enough today. But I'm just confused. I'm disappointed. I'm confused. And sure, they got back on track today. But need more. I do need more. Any more quotes? Any more quotes? I think that's pretty much it. I do. Won't bring them up, but won't trade them either because they're too valuable. I criticized Dombrowski at the deadline last year because guess what? Why are we holding on to these assets? Go out there, get a Brent Rooker because you need a bat. We all saw last year the writing on the wall was that this team was struggling at the plate. I did not want Jazz, and I keep going back to this. Lane Thomas goes to the Guardians. The Guardians, it wasn't just ironic that they went to the ALCS. Lane Thomas was added to that lineup with Jose Ramirez and Steven Kwan and Josh Naylor. They needed a righty, an outfielder, to go out there and give them a little bit of an extra spark. Jazz Chisholm Jr. It wasn't ironic that the Yankees went to the World Series because that guy and that bat that they added was huge at the deadline. Not saying it was his team, but it was a valuable piece. And the Phillies missed out on an opportunity last year where they could have gotten a Brent Rooker. They could have gotten somebody else in that outfield to give them a little bit of an extra spark. Because when your offense is struggling, sure, you should have the guys that they have should be able to figure that out. But guess what? I'm trying to win. And I wish that my GM, my president of baseball operation, just had the audacity to go out there and try to make a statement. And he didn't do that. And then that led into this offseason. 2 things on the checklist. Get an outfielder and get a decent, reliable piece. You lost Estevez. You lost Jeff Hoffman. You were going to have to find a way to fill in that hole. This whole bullpen thing started during the offseason. So, again, you're paying for what you didn't do. You're paying the price for what you didn't accomplish during the offseason. And my phone just went down because I banged on the desk. Like, I've been banging on the desk for a while with this team. I feel like every time I'm watching Dave up in the press box, he's just watching what's going on, and he's just a spectator. What has David done? This guy that's looked upon as a phenomenal GM, a phenomenal president of baseball ops, what has he done? What has he done? I supported him for a while. I was really happy that they got Castellanos and Schwarber during that free agency signing. They got the 2 best free agents out there. But you know what? You can get the best free agents out there, but are you going to help put a winning culture together? Are you going to try to find a way to get creative and get trades out there that can help make the team better to win a World Series? Because that's the goal. Not to be lucky, as he said last year during the postseason, but to give this team a good enough chance to compete for a World Series. That's it from me. All right. Love you all. Catch you all in the next one. I'm going to leave you all there. That's how I feel after a win like this. Get the series win tomorrow. And just rack up these wins. Love you. Catch you all in the next one. Love it, Tov.